Ah, hello there. How's everyone doing today? It's Monday. Yes, October 1st, 2018. And I didn't turn my other computer off, so give me a moment. I like to do that because, I don't know, reasons. Be right back. I'm still here. Just shutting this down real quick. Alright. There we go. Okay, sliding back over to my other computer. So, how's everybody's Monday going? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's been kind of a busy Monday, you know. Earlier we did a stream, and we're about to do another stream, because today is the 5th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online. Yes, indeed. 5 years ago today, Grand Theft Auto Online launched on last-gen Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. We're going to talk about it, plus opportunity for the subscribers, viewers, fans to also participate in this live stream discuss special regarding Grand Theft Auto Online's 5th anniversary. First off, before we get going, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Paradise Gamer, Andras, let's see, Press, Tim, Erica, along with Kane. Let's see, Kamal's here. Wolfus, one of our newest subscribers. Hello, Wolfus. How you doing? Speaking of new subscribers, our latest subscriber is Joshua MGMS. Thanks for the subs. Welcome to the GeauxBurns Nation. And before we continue, we must acknowledge our awesome members. Trippy Mark, Zoa, Aaron Thomas. They've all been members for 6 months now. MyDune, along with Azralynn, my very good friend Azralynn. She is currently streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I was watching a little bit of that earlier. We got Hutch, Oliver King, another very good friend of mine, ACG, Carrick's channel. Carrick is one of the best reviewers of video games, AAA and indie. He also did a review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey earlier today. KILLA Scorpion, Chris Brad 79, UG Outlaw, Cormac, and of course, our current Super Chat heroes for October. So thank you so much, Super Chat heroes and members, for going above and beyond for the GeauxBurns Nation. Okay, so let's get into online. By the way, I forgot to mention this. We will be playing on Xbox One today. But since it is a special occasion, the 5-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online, it's a little bit more than us doing client jobs. Damn it, I got... See, the problem is my Xbox One is like right underneath me. And I have to scoot my seat and angle it to where I can actually get cozy, get comfy. And there we go. That's much better. Much better. So, instead of just doing simply client jobs, which we will be doing on the Xbox One, by the way, we're also going to open the floor up to anybody in Discord, whether they're on Xbox One, PS4, or PC. Any Grand Theft Auto Online fans will be able to participate in today's discussed live stream. While I'm playing client jobs, along with anyone else that happens to be here playing client jobs, that is the plan. And Kamal, thank you so much for the congrats for 8,000 subscribers. We're also approaching another milestone. Nearly 2 million lifetime views on the channel. So we got two milestones. Back to back almost. 8,000 subs and nearly 2 million lifetime views. It's very nice. Today might be the day we get the shirt. Well, we'll see. We'll see, Erica. We will attempt to do a Macbeth challenge, because so far I have yet to get the Kiflam shirt for Janine on the Xbox One, Wolfstein on PS4, or Claudette on PC. Yes, I have characters in Grand Theft Auto Online on all 3 platforms, so I can play my subscribers. I'm just that big of a Grand Theft Auto fan. Okay, so since this is the 5-year anniversary, I need a vehicle that came out, that was already out on launch. Unfortunately, these two came out with a High Life. This came out with Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2, so we can't drive those. That came out a few months ago. Which means that the only vehicle that I can drive around probably at the moment. No, you know what? I know I'm going to drive around. Tony, leave me alone. Lester, leave me alone. All of you, fuck off. Let's see. John, what's up? I'm not telling you guys watching to fuck off. I'm telling the assholes that keep calling me to fuck off. I'm happy to have you all here for the most part. But I'm just kidding. Damn it, I went to the wrong floor. Son of a bitch. I went to go outside. Bernard, I thought about driving the Zion, but the Zion is not the very first vehicle that I had in this game. No, it's not. Georgie! Hello, Georgie. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, so I'm going to call up the very first vehicle. God damn it, what is wrong with me today? Okay, exit to ground. Pay the fuck attention, me. I think the breakdown live stream of the second gameplay trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2 zapped me. I mean, I enjoyed doing it, and we had a good time. But geez, wow. All right. So, anyways, before we get started, we need to get the right car. All right, and the right car is the very first car that we owned back on the Xbox 360 back in the day. Okay. So where is that car? I think it's an Exceptionalist way down by the airport. Aha, there she is. I think that's the right one. I think I could be wrong. See, Wig is joining us. Very cool. Okay. So hopefully I got several Dominators in that garage. It's my muscle car. So let's hope I grabbed the right Dominator. I think we did. Yes, we did. This is the very first vehicle I ever owned in Grand Theft Auto Online. The old school Dominator from back in the day. Let's see, Bernard. I sold it and missed it, so I got another one. Still consider it my first car. Well, this is the very first Dominator. This is the well, it's not technically the same Dominator because of the fact that I guess when you transfer your files over from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, like I did when it came to current gen, I guess technically it just duplicates what you had over on last gen. But still, this is very much what my original Dominator looks like. So it's been a while since I drove this car. So that's what we'll drive around in today. But we're still going to do Terabyte stuff. And thanks, Tippy Tabby. Thank you. All right, Lester, stop annoying me about Doomsday. We'll do Doomsday one day whenever Rockstar decides to make it double money for Act 3. Until they do, we're not doing it. No. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to set up Motorcycle Club. All right, start a Motorcycle Club. All right, Veldwig's here. John, hello, John. I said hello to you already. Erica, completely forgot about your first car. How could you do that, Erica? How could you forget about your very first car in this game? Wow. Your car never forgot about you, Erica, even though you abandoned it. Wow. Okay, so you guys want me to go do a Macbeth challenge real quick. Now, Tony was calling, which means that there's a very real possibility that the popularity at this nightclub is in the toilet. Because I've been trying not to neglect the nightclubs, but I technically have 3 of them since I have 3 different characters on 3 different platforms. So if that's the case, then we may not be able to do the Macbeth challenge. Unless I rotate in some DJs. I don't really care, to be honest. Alright, so let's continue. You still drive your first car, Bernard? Very cool. Very cool. Alright. So let's get to the nightclub and hope that I can get a Macbeth. If not, say la vie. Ishmael, what's up, Ishmael? How you doing? What we're doing today is we're doing the 5th year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online. It launched 5 years ago today. Yes, it did. See, press to see my first car in Grand Theft Auto Online was the Sand King, and you still have it. Awesome. Dr. Cheats. Hello, Dr. Cheats. How you doing today? Okay, inside we go. Hoping the popularity is not too low. Let's look. Oh, you're not... Okay. Damn, the popularity is low. The wall safe, I need to empty the wall safe too. What are you talking about, Ishmael? Anyway, so let's go in the safe, get the money. Yeah, GTA has evolved a lot. And we will be joined by a few people. By the way, anyone in Discord that has a decent quality mic, whether you're on Xbox One, PS4, or PC, you're welcome to join the Discord and partake in the discussion today. Just make sure you have a decent quality mic, please. Okay, let's see. Resident DJ, chime to... We'll bring back Solomon. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the popularity back up to where I can get drinks. We'll see. Okay. Switching out Tell of Us for Solomon. And those two do almost look alike. Like, these two look almost identical. Not entirely, but there's a similarity. Yes, Ismail. We had a few people show up earlier this morning. And we got some new subscribers out of it, too. So that was pretty cool. And I'm very, very excited about Red Dead Redemption 2. 25 days away. You can switch DJs from the basement. Okay. Well, thanks for telling me, Erica. Now, I've got to hope that maybe we got enough now. Let's see. And let's see. Georgie's joining. Okay, we got enough. Okay, so where will Macbeth take us this time? Will we get the shirt today? It'd be fitting if we got it for the 5th anniversary. Probably not. Very funny, Ishmael. Very funny. I don't know if we're ever going to get a Red Dead Redemption 3, to be honest. How long it took to make Red Dead Redemption 2? I have my doubts. Whether or not, I mean, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a success. But at the same time, I just don't know, to be honest. Plop. All right, where's Janine going? Where will she go? She came out here. How boring. Anyways, Dr. Cheats, let's see. I'm about to delete Grand Theft Auto and all other games on PS4 because Red Dead Redemption 2 will be your main focus. Yeah, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is also pretty big. 105 gigs. Well, maybe Tippy Tabby one day will get Bully 2. Maybe one day. I would like for them to eventually make Bully 2. That'd be nice. Maybe Bully 2 in between. I mean, it doesn't even have to be that big of a game. I know we talked about this before in previous streams. Always seems to repeat itself. I mean, I get it. I like Bully. I'm a fan. But it definitely wouldn't be a very big game. I think it would just be focused on like a college, like a new Bullworth or a town. I forgot what the town was called. Was the town called Bullworth? Or was it Bull something? I don't know. Ishmael, GTA 6 will have 200 gigs. Maybe. Maybe more. All right, let's get you guys into the MC real quick. Find some prospects. All right, there we go. Got you guys in. Let's see. Paradise Gamer. I'm a fan of the game, not the action. Bernard, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks good. I want to see the online. Okay, so going forward today, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto Online. Since we're doing a discuss video, I like to focus the discuss videos. I know that people like to be random during the live stream. We talk about all sorts of things like Bully 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 6, or Red Dead Redemption 3. Today, we're going to focus going forward to this point, to the end of the live stream. Since this is a discuss special, we're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto Online. That is the subject. That is the topic. So that is the plan. So it looks like we got in the sub chat. That's where we're going to be, in the sub chat. We got King and we got Paradise Gamer. So hello. Are you guys there?
Oh, hello. Hello. I was just
okay.
Unmute my mic.
Alrighty. So we got that up and running. Okay. Let's get this thing going. So the game launched 5 years ago. Oh, I need to call up the terabyte because we got to do client jobs while we do this. Got to have something going on in the background. Got to have something going on in the background. All right.
Yeah.
5 years ago today, Grand Theft Auto Online launched. Last gen. Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. Chat, I want to know PS3, Xbox 360. We're not doing any Red Dead Redemption 2 questions. This is a discuss video special live stream on Grand Theft Auto Online. So I'm just getting that out of the way once again. For those of you just joining us, Baby D, we're only talking about Grand Theft Auto Online during this live stream. Now, during other live streams, we talk about almost anything. But since this is the 5th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online, we are talking specifically about Grand Theft Auto Online. And it launched 5 years ago today. PS3, Xbox 360. And mine was the Xbox 360. That's where I first came in. All right, so we got Scooby. We'll grab Scooby real quick. There we go. All right. So where'd the terabyte go? And obviously the terabyte wasn't even the thing in this game. There's a lot of things that weren't a thing in this game. Let's see. Cheats, PS3, Tippy 360, and Erica 360. Cool. Yeah, I like to see where you guys started, where you guys came from. And I was playing this game since launch. Launch for Grand Theft Auto 5, as well as a few weeks later, launch for Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, the original reason why I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 was only for story mode, because I was more into single-player games back then. Plus, I was a Grand Theft Auto fan. I've been playing that since the very first game back in the 90s on the original PlayStation. And I was very excited about Grand Theft Auto 5, and I enjoyed the story. I've played it several times. And I decided to try out Grand Theft Auto Online. And day one was fantastic. There were no issues. There were no problems at all.
It was a fucking disaster. That's what launch day was.
It was. It was
that's
wonderful.
The best way to say it.
It was wonderful. And there's a squirrel outside my window on a branch of my tree wagging his bushy tail right now.
Be careful. Don't shoot it if it's a red one. Leave the red ones alone.
I don't think I can shoot it right now. I'm kind of busy. Besides, you can't do that. You can't do that in the city. So, anyways, robbery in progress. Paige, I know how to do robbery in progress. Stop telling me how to do robbery in progress. I've done these a few times. By the way, today's the last day. Double money, double RP for client jobs. Very nice.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Veiled Wig, I cannot hear you. I can only hear people in Discord. So trying to talk in the chat in the end game is pointless because I can't hear you. So sorry.
Yeah.
I can only hear people in the Discord. So if you want to be heard, no, I'm not inviting you. You can join on me. Jeez. Random person I've never heard of before. I swear. Besides, I'm in a friend lobby. If you're a friend of mine, then you can join the friend lobby. It's very, very simple.
Plus.
So, like Kane was pointing out, yes, there was a few issues with the launch of Grand Theft Auto Online, which I experienced. Yes.
It's part of the reason why I didn't really play online that much on launch.
Yeah.
I mostly just went back to story mode.
Yeah. Well, I was at that point myself where I was about ready to give up on online. So I endured the first couple days, and it's where my hatred for Soulwax FM developed.
Yeah.
So a lot of you know there's several radio stations in Grand Theft Auto Online. One of them is Soulwax FM. Now, if you like that music, that's fine. We all have different tastes in music. Teach their own. But during the tutorial, whenever Lamar picks you up, and he picks you up from LSIA, he drives you, gives you like a mini tour through town, takes you up to Rockford Hills for a tutorial race. And the music that happens to be playing is Soulwax FM. Now, it runs just fine now whenever you first start the game and you have to do the tutorial. There's no issues. But on the first couple days, especially day one, there was an issue. It would freeze.
Yeah.
Right when you're about to get your car, it freezes. But the Soulwax FM music would keep playing. And you were just kind of hoping, okay, so just give it a moment. Okay, just give it 5 minutes. Okay, let's just give it 10 minutes. 15 minutes, okay. 20 minutes. 30 minutes. Then you finally restart the game out of your frustration. And then it happens all over again. So I went through this several times on day one. I think even day two. And, yeah, so that's where my hatred for Soulwax FM comes from. The very beginning of Grand Theft Auto Online. Because that music was just ingrained in my head. Because sitting there waiting patiently, hoping that the tutorial would start. And I'd have to endure that music. I couldn't turn it off. There was no way you could turn it off. It was just there. You had to hear it. And some people may have been happy about that, but I wasn't.
Yeah. Some people aren't really into that kind of music,
Yeah.
And having that playing over and over again is going to make someone go insane.
Let's see. Kevin Boston. What's up, Kevin Boston? Bringing the pancakes. Ripperonis, Georgie. And Magnets, if you're not already a friend of mine, I guess you can't be added just yet. But eventually they did, obviously they did resolve whatever issue they were having. I mean, one of the big problems was the fact that so many people on day one were trying to get into Grand Theft Auto Online. They were just very excited about it. You know, built on the success of the multiplayer from Red Dead Redemption as well as the multiplayer from Grand Theft Auto 4, Rockstar's continued to evolutionize online gameplay. And that's going to be no exception with Red Dead Online when it comes out in November. And that's the only thing I'm going to mention about Red Dead Online because it's not out yet. And back to Grand Theft Auto Online we go. So, yeah. Bernard was asking me, what'd you ask? Oh, yes. How many times was your character deleted? Actually, a few times. Because I think it was like 2 or 3 times. So, whatever the original character I had on the Xbox 360 was easily lost. Because I'd get it to rank 7, and then there was some sort of issue that happened. All the characters got deleted, and people had to start over during those first few days. Exciting times we lived in. But eventually, Rockstar did get a handle on it, and we were actually able to create a character and start ranking up the character without the fear of the character once again being deleted and you having to start back over at rank 0. That was exciting. Not really.
Brilliant.
It was fun at first, like, because it was the first time you were doing it, but then to get all excited, like, I made it to rank 7. Oh, boy. And my character's gone. Thank you, Rockstar. But, yeah. Fortunately, that's in the past. Let's see. Baby D, Grand Theft Auto Online was okay. Day one. It had shared problems, in my opinion. I think it didn't start getting better till the heist missions. Yeah, we're gonna go through that. We're kind of going down the line in linear order from the very beginning. 2013 to 2014, etc. Okay.
Yeah, when it gets to classic heist, I'm gonna be excited for that segment.
Yeah. Well, we're still in 2013. So.
All
right. So past the day one issues, we also experienced, I guess, the game for the very first time. In August with the trailer for Grand Theft Auto Online. Almost said Red Dead Redemption 2. It'll happen. But, yeah, I mean, it definitely showed some of the things that we could do in the game and promises of things that took a while to get in the game, like eventually heists, which we will get to because it was supposed to be a day one thing. Ooh. Turns out it wasn't a day one thing. It wasn't even a year one thing. But back to 2013. So we had some day one stuff we could do. Like, for example, robbing stores. The armored trucks, which I missed dearly from last gen. The crate drops, which were always fun. Especially when they were, like, rare crate drops. And they always had, like, an item, like a t-shirt or a hat or something in them. Those are cool.
Yeah, like, tensions were, all on our all-time high. You never know if we're going to get it or not.
Yeah, it was just funny.
I missed that.
Yeah. It was just funny.
I mean, with business battles, it kind of, revived that feeling, but...
Yeah, kind of, sort of. And, yeah, business battles is the successor of the armored trucks and the crate drops. But back then, it was all about the crate drops, because you see a crate drop pop, and people from all over the map were just beelining across the map, whether they were up in Paleto Bay or down in Sandy Shores, trying to get to that damn crate. Didn't matter what was in the crate, unless it mattered more when it was a yellow crate. When it was a green crate, it was just normal.
Like, it was a normal crate, and then if it was a special crate, it would say, "Hey, special crate's dropping in like 10 minutes."
Exactly, and people just went crazy over those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Erica, the armored truck was my main hustle. Mine too. I love the armored trucks because I'd get behind them with a sticky bomb, lob a sticky bomb, make sure I was far enough back, and then open the door and run in and grab it. And then drive off with the monies. It wasn't much money, but it was better than nothing. Hey Riley, what's up, Riley? How you doing today? Let's see. Yeah, rank 7 was pretty big back then. It felt like an accomplishment back in the day. Why can I not access my terabyte right here? That's stupid. Okay, move the terabyte. Move it somewhere else. Yeah, move it to the road. The damn dirty road. So yeah, the items that we got day one, which we could eventually unlock through rank. And I thought that was a cool option. I hope that's the same thing in Red Dead Online. Was some of the weapons. Eventually when you unlocked them, it was like, awesome, I got this new weapon. Like the AP pistol, the heavy sniper, assault shotgun, the special carbine, RPG, and finally at rank 120 with the minigun. And then two of the vehicles that most people were trying to get through Pegasus and Warstock were, of course, the Buzzard and the tank. And those used to be the vehicles that everyone dreaded in the game back in the day. Oh, how times have changed.
The tank was a god back then. Now
I know.
It's a shell of its former self.
Yeah, I remember those days. Like that was one thing you didn't, because they nerfed the tank eventually. They could take a lot more damage back then. And when you were in a lobby and somebody had a tank and they were causing havoc, like a lot of people were smart enough to go the other way. Not everyone, but
yeah.
All right, so we got 40 more seconds on this. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Feel free to chime in with your warm, friendly thoughts regarding the early days of Grand Theft Auto Online, if you were playing back from 2013. But we are going to go through the years. So the big thing that people aspired to at the beginning of the game was an apartment, because that was it. The high-end apartment and the 10-car garage. That's what everybody was all about in 2013. Because like, ooh, an apartment. Ooh, 10-car garage. And you thought you were on top of the world when you got that 10-car garage and you got that apartment. And you made just enough money from doing like contact missions or races. Races never really made much money anyways. Contact missions back then was really what it was all about. You could do survivals. That was way more of a thing, along with death matches. And this thing called versus. Versus are still in the game, but
there hasn't been any new ones since 2015.
Yeah, they kind of. I mean, I think adversary mode. You could say adversary mode has become kind of the successor.
Basically.
Kind of, sort of. All right, so
but I think adversary modes and versus. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I think versus were thrown into the adversary mode category. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I might be wrong saying that.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if Rockstar did that, because like they're basically like the origins of the adversary modes.
Sure, we'll get to adversary modes in a little bit, just a little. Let's see, where were we? Okay, so we're moving on from the day one stuff to the very first DLC. Now, we're not going to talk about all the DLCs. We're going to talk about the big DLCs that came out. But not every single one of them, because there's been quite a few DLCs. And there are going to be some that I liked, and some that Kane liked, and some that I didn't like, and then some that Kane didn't like, and some that you guys liked and didn't like. And feel free, when we get to each year, talk about the ones you enjoyed and the ones you didn't enjoy. Let's see. Essentro, what's up, Essentro? How you doing? Everyone split up and go your separate ways and go find the vehicles. No, Georgie, get your own vehicle, Georgie. God damn it, Georgie.
What's he done now?
He's being Georgie as usual. No,
Georgie.
I got a problem.
Come on.
There. All right. This is a, you're making money and you got to work, Georgie. You can't lollygag. You have to actually go do something. All right. So we're moving towards the very first DLC, which was Beach Bum. Now, back then, we had no idea what direction this game was going to go. None at all. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even know if we were ever going to get a ton of DLCs. Because most of us didn't know how popular Grand Theft Auto Online was going to be back then. We were enjoying it despite the issues. And even at launch, there's quite a few things to do at launch. Obviously, more things got added.
Yeah.
But within, I think, a month, I think November is when they came out with the Beach Bum update.
Yeah, because I believe it was Beach Bum, then the content creator update, and then the capture update that happened in November. Like all those 3 DLCs happened.
I think capture came out in 2014, actually. But they started, I think they gave us the first things that we could do with the creator update in around that time period as well. Okay. So, anyways, back to Beach Bum. The cool thing about Beach Bum was everything was free. Not anymore, but back then, every item that came with the Beach Bum update was free. You could just get it. There was some stuff in it that wasn't very good, like like you guys are talking about, the S&S pistol. It's a lot. I guess Bernard likes it a lot more since you can make a Mark II version of it now. But back then, most people didn't really care for the S&S pistol or the broken bottle, because you could get that as a melee weapon. And the really cool thing that a lot of people still actually use that they don't even know comes from Beach Bum is a lot of the clothing. Because a lot of the hats, caps, shorts, tank tops that a lot of people get at first in their inventory for free, a lot of that is courtesy of the Beach Bum update. So you'll see people running around still wearing Beach Bum outfits and clothing. So despite the fact that people give Beach Bum a hard time, I'm one of the few that always defends it because, hey, it was the first update. And, yeah. It did have some vehicles in it that weren't, kind of meh. It also introduced 2 fun vehicles, one being the speeder boat, which is still... Wow, good job, guys. Who destroyed it?
What happened?
Well, somebody destroyed it. Good job. I'm glad I hired top-notch professionals here.
It's probably Georgie then, because I saw them chasing him down.
Georgie, why? Georgie, why do you have to be like that?
Georgie.
Do you do it on Georgie? Do you do it? Do you do that on purpose, or do you do it because you don't know what you're doing? I often wonder.
Georgie.
Anyways, back on topic. So, yeah. Well, the other fun vehicle was the Bifta, which was a lot of people don't use it anymore. I think it's $75,000 now. The speeder boat's a lot more money now than free. It was a lot. They raised the price on the speeder boat dramatically. But the Bifta,
like $200K in it.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Not as expensive as, say, the Toro, which came later. But the Bifta was a very fun off-road vehicle. All right, so somebody dropped the ball on that one. Good job, teamwork. GG. We got the D team here, not the A team. We got the D team doing these missions. And we got to wait a few minutes. Okay, it's okay. That's fine. Mighty fine. Okay, so yeah, the Bifta was a fun little vehicle. You still can get it. It's a fun little off-roader. I mean, there's probably better off-roaders in the game now, but it's still kind of fun. And also, what we got in 2014 was, like Kane mentioned, the first bits of the creator. The creator wasn't with the launch of the game, but we started getting additional. I think we got death matches and races in the first update to the creator, which is very good because that's one of the reasons why Grand Theft Auto Online has remained alive is because of the creating community that has created awesome races and other things as well. My only regret is that they haven't added more options to the creator. No, Tippy, you can't. Anyways, back on topic. Let's see. PCMR, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the GeauxBurns Nation. So we also got, what was it, the holiday season DLC and Christmas. It wasn't called, this was before Festive Surprise. I forgot, what was it called exactly? I should have wrote that.
I think it was called Holiday Special, I think it was.
Yeah.
Sure. It was something to do with, like, holidays and all that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
So, yeah, I mean, we liked it. I mean, it introduced the Christmas stuff that later on would be part of Festive Surprise every year, but it was time limited. It was a very funny thing transpired during that holiday special is the fact that they introduced the snow in Grand Theft Auto Online, but for one day in 2013.
Christmas Day as well.
Yeah. And a lot of people didn't know that the snow was coming on Christmas Day. They were off with their families. They were off doing other things, and they missed the snow. And you can imagine a lot of people in 2013 were pretty pissed, pretty livid about the fact that they didn't get to experience the snow, which is why in the future, Rockstar had more snow days. So, yeah. One day is all we got for snow. So that's pretty much how 2013 ended with Grand Theft Auto Online. Oh, yeah, along with the big money duping, which ended up where people had like millions and some even billions of dollars in their accounts buying everything. Fun times. And then Rockstar took all
their modded bounties as well.
Yeah, that's how people made the money. They had the modded bounties with millions of dollars and billions of dollars on last gen.
Yeah. But
Rockstar did take away the money, but the good thing is Rockstar allowed anyone that purchased anything to keep the items that they purchased with that money. So, but eventually there was a whitewash. Going into 2014, the first DLC that came out in February was the St. Valentine's Massacre. And this was an absolutely fun DLC. This is the very first DLC where we actually... It was time limited as well, but the difference is the items we actually could buy and keep. Now, there's two major items that came with it, along with the cool-looking 1930s Prohibition-era clothing, mafioso themed. You got the Roosevelt, which was a sports classic from the 1930s, really sweet-looking car, as well as the Tommy gun, a.k.a. the Gusenberg Sweeper. And they were time-limited, and anyone that didn't get either one of those items, unfortunately, they were screwed because they had to wait a year before they were able to get the Gusenberg or the Roosevelt. But for those of us that were lucky enough to get it during the St. Valentine's Massacre, it was a nice vehicle to add to our collection. So that was the first DLC that we got in 2014. Then we got the business update, which added a few cars. I think the Turismo, I think the Vestra Jet, I think a weapon as well. It was an okay DLC.
The weapon that was added in that DLC, I think it was the special carbine.
Yeah. Killer Scorpion. What's up, Killer Scorpion? One of our members is here. Hello. Hope you're doing well on this Monday. We are celebrating the 5-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online in a live discuss video. And we're on the Xbox. Even though we're on the Xbox One today, we're obviously doing a discuss video. So, yay. And it's raining, as usual in this game. It's been like this since the beginning. Why would that ever change? Even though in Los Angeles it doesn't rain nearly as much as it does in Los Santos. But so the first major update. Okay, compared to other updates, it's not particularly major, but it was pretty big for its time. In 2014, yes, Killer Scorpion, you can join, but make sure your mic's not too loud, please. Yes, you can join the discussion. You're welcome to it. Like I said, anybody, as long as you have a good quality mic, you're welcome to join the sub chat. But everyone's going to get a turn. It's a roundtable discussion. And like I said, make sure your mic is not too loud because you're kind of like me. You kind of have a big voice. But
big old voice.
A big old voice.
A big old jolly voice.
Okay, so anyways, what the fuck? Okay, so back on subject while we're attempting to do client jobs on the Xbox One. Okay, so High Life Update. That's where we're going to. The High Life Update was the first, I would say, positive DLC that people really liked. It introduced 2 really good cars, the Massacro as well as the Zentorno. I still have both cars on the Xbox One for Janine. I love both cars, by the way. It also allowed us to own a second property. Because up to this point, all that we could own was 1 property and up to 10 cars. And when we got the High Life Update, it changed the game. It allowed us to have 2 properties and up to 20 cars. And people were so excited when that happened. God damn it. Why did you guys alert the cops? What is... You guys are the worst. Or wait, was that my fault? Because I'm the only one over here? It's my fault. Fuck it. Let's just go in. This is obviously the worst crew I could ever hope to assemble in my life. And you're not even doing anything. You're doing nothing. You're just standing there. Yeah, good job.
Well, hopefully my mic is all right.
Yeah, your mic's fine. So,
anyway, I turned it down a bit.
I appreciate that.
Good. Yes.
So, anyways, anyone's thoughts about the High Life Update? Anyone like to throwing their 2 cents regarding the High Life Update while we're talking about that?
Yeah, I guess I've got a thing to say about it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna have to say this. I think it was if Heist, didn't come along later down the road, this would have been the best DLC, but by far, in my personal opinion.
We are not at Heist yet, Kane.
I know.
Focus.
Let me explain.
Focus.
Let me explain.
Okay, before you explain, remember, going forward, we're focusing on each one specifically.
I know.
No forward, backwards. Okay.
At the time, people were still wondering where Heist was, and they didn't know it was coming. They didn't know when it was coming. They knew it was coming, but they didn't know when.
Mm-hmm.
And if Heist, was somehow cancelled, in some unknown tragedy, then obviously the fans would be pissed. But also, I think they would love this DLC more than DLCs like Heist. And personally,
True.
I think with the new interior, especially for the new properties you can buy,
Yeah.
for example, like one in Tinsel Towers, one in Eclipse, one in Del Perro. I'd really like the interior. I mean, it's just it's not as big as the very very first one, but it's really nice. It feels like one of them modern apartments that are in like
Oh, that's right. That's another thing that
rich
was
area.
introduced. The gray interior. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I really like the planning room for that one. Like before Heist, I loved the planning room because of the dartboard and all that. I think there was a sofa as well.
There was no dartboard. That was in a promo shot that never happened. There's no dartboard.
Okay.
Let's see. Dean, what's up, Dean? Thank you very much. And Snake's here. Hello, Snake. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Erica, I think we may have gotten new haircuts for the High Life update. That was a while back. So, yeah. Cormac, what's up, Cormac? Glad you like the new banner. Yeah, I've been making some tweaks to the live stream. And the new banner at the very top of the live stream is one of those changes. The new subscribers always featured, along with the newest member, which is you, and the population of the GeauxBurns Nation. So, there we go. Essential, you're too scared to say anything. I'm sorry that you're scared. Live in fear. Pennywise, thanks for the sub. All the way from Derry.
Pennywise.
All the way from Derry, we have Pennywise. All right, so anyways, yep, no fake subs, please. One sub per person. If there's nothing more I loathe, it's people that will do that, whether it's out of the kindness of their hearts. I'd rather have one sub, one quality sub, than 10 fake subs. All right, so we actually passed the mission. I'm impressed, guys. Good job.
Hooray.
Yay. All right, so anyways, moving forward to the surprise. Well, there were several surprise updates that Rockstar just out of nowhere dropped over the lifespan, the current lifespan of Grand Theft Auto Online. Sometimes they would announce it, they would promote it with great pomp and circumstances and hype it up and give us trailers, news wires, teasing. But one of them that they just dropped on us was I'm Not a Hipster, which added a lot of very interesting vehicles and a lot of really cool, unique clothing items. Cormac is Scottish, Snake. He's Scottish. I mean Irish. He's an ish. I meant
ish.
I meant Irish.
He's one
Sorry,
of us.
Cormac. I apologize, Cormac. But anyways, so I'm Not a Hipster. You guys, do you have any thoughts about I'm Not a Hipster before we move on?
I mean, I guess it was a nice diversion from a very good DLC. I mean, it was a good little distraction, but there wasn't really that much.
Yeah, it wasn't
out.
really a big, huge update. I mean, it wasn't meant to be, but it did bring some cool clothing options, and
Yeah.
I thought some of the cars were all right.
Yeah, they were interesting. We had, let's see, the Dubsta 6x6. We had the Shoe, a.k.a. the Panto. And I remember a lot of this off the top. I do have notes, but I don't have everything written down in the notes.
Yeah, the 6x6 was a big one. Everyone wanted that.
Yeah, and now nobody has that anymore.
I still do. I think I have some friends online that still have some, but
You're one of the few.
I'm one of them. I'm one of the almost extinct. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The 6x6 is unique. It has 6x6. It has 6 wheels.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually, they would add a few more. They would add a few more 6-wheelers, but that was one of the first.
Yeah,
And it was one of the few vehicles I remember that you can sit in the back.
Oh, yeah, was it? Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it was. It was one of the few.
Yeah.
I also remember it was one of the very few, before 2017. I think it was one of the few vehicles you had to be a certain rank to unlock.
Yeah.
Right.
It was the only DLC vehicle I think they ever added that was ranked, and then they took away that. They made it to where it's okay. We're no longer going to have ranked vehicles. Let's see, Red 5 Motors. What's up, Red 5 Motors? Hope you're doing well today. Let's see what else Chad has to say. Dr. Cheats, I still got support tickets from Rockstar from 2013. Lots of progress for your character. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that now, 5 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, John. Yep. John is enjoying being here. Glad you're all enjoying being here. I'm glad to have you all here today during the 5-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online. Sorry I didn't bring any cake. No cake was brought. Beast Mode, what's up, Beast Mode? Okay, so moving on from let's see, I'm Not a Hipster to another DLC that came out very shortly after I'm Not a Hipster. This is probably the closest to span of updates we got. Was like, let's see, I think May we got High Life, I think 2014. Then June we got I'm Not a Hipster. Then July, within like 2 weeks, we got another update, the Independence Day special. Now, what's interesting about the Independence Day special is it was rumored and leaked, because this is where the very first leak stuff started coming out. I'm Not a Hipster had that as well, and it ended up not being too big of a surprise. But then with the information that was coming out regarding the Independence Day special, I honestly at first didn't believe. Because two of the items, I could never fathom them adding for some reason. The musket, which didn't make any sense when you had all these automatic weapons in the game and rocket launchers, miniguns, etc. And then the monster truck. And I even got salty about it, I remember. Like, there's no way Rockstar's going to add those. Neither one makes any sense, but of course, they did add both. And honestly, the monster truck's quite enjoyable, and people enjoy getting into musket fights. So, surprisingly, Rockstar, did something that I didn't expect them to do, to be honest. And I guess that's the first time we saw something different. I guess you could count the dubs to 6x6, but I mean, there's real life versions of that, so that's not really a thing. So, moving on from the Independence Day special, unless you guys have something you'd like to say about it.
Yeah, actually.
You go first, Killer.
All right. So I thought it was interesting that they brought the monster truck into the whole ordeal. It was really nice, and it was again like the whole American theme because Independence Day, and it was a limited time vehicle from what I remember, along with the bike that came with the Independence Day.
Yeah,
the Sovereign.
And
the Sovereign.
Like once it went away, they brought out another update. I don't know what it was, but they allow you to buy a different monster truck. I think it was small.
Yeah, that's later on. That's later on. We haven't gotten there yet. Once again, focus, people. Gotta focus. That's later on in current gen. All right, so yeah, the monster truck was a lot of fun. And what is with all the fucking explosions going on here?
Michael Bay's in the session, dude.
Oh, great. You got fucking jerk-offs. Well, this is another day in the life in Grand Theft Auto Online. My poor Dominator didn't deserve to be blown to bits. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
Foxy, was that you? Who the fuck did that? God damn it. Anyways. Let's see, where were we?
What? Hello?
Okay, so.
I think I was about to give my opinion.
Okay, you were going to say something about the Independence Day special. Okay, you have the floor, Kane.
I fucking love the rewards you can get from the crates, specifically the beer hats.
Oh, yeah, the beer hats. Yes, who doesn't remember the beer hats?
I remember the pain and suffering I went through just to get one of them. And that was I was at levels 22 then. And keep in mind, I mostly played story mode at that time. Like, my brother told me, I was just playing story mode, just doing random stuff, and he said, "Hey, Kane, there's some new Independence Day DLC in GT Online, and you can get a beer hat." And I was like, "What? What's this about?"
Beer.
So I had a gander, and I was like, "Ooh, all right, let's go have a gander." And then I found out about the crates, and I was like, "All right, boy, I'm going for it." And it was surprisingly the easiest special crate I ever got, but the drive there wasn't.
Yeah.
Tanks. That's all I have to say.
Tanks.
Jets. Tanks and jets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the laser was another day one vehicle. You couldn't buy it back then, but it was still another vehicle you had to watch out for. Tanks, buzzards, and laser jets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Those were the big three.
And I think out of all 6 of the beer hats, I only got 2 from the crates. I remember later down the road you were able to get them for a short period of time, but after that, they were gone forever.
Yeah. Okay, so moving forward, there were a few other updates that came out in 2014. Well, LTS came out that added the LTS mode. And if it wasn't for the LTS mode in the creator, we wouldn't have all the awesome. Eventually, they made the stunners versus snipers, and that's because of LTS and the fact that we got a creator for that. So that's the cool thing about the LTS. And what was the people like the marksman rifle that came from LTS as well.
Yeah.
But backing up real quick,
that was one of the few bad things about that DLC.
Yeah, well, some people like it, some people don't. It just depends on people's point of view. And of course, the cops have been alerted. We can't do this stealthy, can we, guys? Nope, no stealthy here. Why are these cops, these security guards, just dropping in a weird way? Okay, so anyways, backing up real quick to the San Andreas Flight School. Yes.
Ooh.
And Riley, hello, Riley.
Hello.
You just experienced the San Andreas Flight School. What were your thoughts about it?
I thought it was easy, except for one mission.
For you, it was easy because you're like a superstar pilot. But
yep.
There was several vehicles were added, like the Bestro, which is a really cool trainer jet. It would have been better if it at least had weapons on it, but at the time it was the fastest jet in the game. I think it still technically might be. Maybe.
Nope.
Pyro.
Pyro's faster now.
Okay. A side issue. Once again, at the time it was the fastest. So, you had the Bestro added. Let's see, what else did we got a few other things. But we did get a car. We got the Coquette Classic, which a lot of people really enjoyed. It was a sexy looking car. And let's see, there's one other thing I was going to mention. Oh, yeah, the controversy around the trailer. So the trailer made it, I know a lot of you may not realize this, but the trailer made it seem like that we were going to get some different like emotes for our characters. And it also made it seem like we were going to get some various uniforms. Unfortunately, when the update came out, we did not get the emotes that they showed us in the trailer are the uniforms. And that kind of ticked off some people back when that update came out. But anyways, it wasn't a very impressive update, to be honest. I mean, it was okay. But
it was an average DLC. You know?
Yeah, I would say it was definitely, there are definitely better DLCs that came out in 2014. But moving on to the Christmas season, this is when we got our first official festive DLC. Festive Surprise. And it was basically a continuation of the first holiday DLC from the previous year. Once again, Rockstar, with tradition, would roll out these Christmassy outfits. They'd continue adding to them, too, by the way. And you would wear them throughout the season. And unfortunately, as most of you know, when the season was over, Rockstar would take them away. Because that's the way they are. But they also gave us
stuff.
I believe the first Festive Surprise introduced us with another weapon a lot of people don't really care for. The homing rocket launcher, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
And proxy mines. And
proximity mines. I almost forgot about proximity mines. Oh, yeah, Erica, you're right. Erica, we also got snowballs. Yes, we did. We got snowballs, which was fun.
Yeah.
And Rockstar, like I mentioned a moment ago, going forward, we got more than one snow day. Say, Regis. What's up, Regis? How's it going? So that was basically 2014. Anyone's thoughts about 2014 in general before we move on to 2015?
Yes, I wasn't there.
Riley wasn't there.
Well, the festive one, like in terms of weaponry, again, the homing launcher was like a turning point because everyone was trying to kill these weapons in the sky, like these jets and even tanks. Like they were just, they're like, oh, thank you, Rockstar. Now we have a effective weapon to take these things down. Yeah. And now the homing launcher is there.
Yeah, I mean, there's two different points of view about the homing launcher. For one thing, it did help some people. For another thing, it did allow people to grief other players a lot easier.
Yep.
In my opinion, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it can sort of help you with jets by scaring them off, but I mean, if you're going up against a Tom Cruise in a fighter jet, then ripperoni pepperoni, my man. Like
So finally, somebody's deciding to go after the target. I'm glad you guys are. Why aren't you guys going after the targets? Those of you in the game.
Yeah, but right now it's just the homing missile or homing launcher is just a freaking joke.
Yeah. But back then, we're talking about now, not then. Not we're talking about then, not now.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, that was 2014 in a nutshell. Some interesting DLCs, and then some not so interesting. What the heck's going on in chat? All right, let's just send this one away. All right, we're sending that one away. That seemed like a kind of an offensive name, anyway. So goodbye. Okay, so 2015. This is when a lot of people feel like, including myself, that Grand Theft Auto Online finally had a piece that was missing.
This was the golden year, basically. This is the golden year.
Well, I mean, I would say this is the year that Grand Theft Auto Online, like I mentioned, there was an important piece in Grand Theft Auto Online that was missing for a very long time, and we finally got it. So, Bernard, that person's actually a person? I thought that was a troll. I'm sorry. It's just the name. The name comes across as kind of offensive, and they seem to be annoying you. So I'll unban them. Give me a minute. All right. So Kane, I'll let you talk about what we were supposed to get in day one, leading up to what we finally got in 2015. All right.
All right. Heists.
Okay, go for it.
This is all right. I'm gonna go on a fucking field trip saying this. Heist was probably the best DLC of all time in this game. I don't care what anyone else says. This was the DLC that basically said, hey, this is Grand Theft Auto. Fuck everyone that says this isn't. This is Grand Theft Auto. Here's your heist, baby. You know, you can relive some golden era-esque heists, you know, pulling off a bank heist, doing a drug deal, breaking out an inmate from a prison, you know, doing all sorts of crazy shit. And personally, in my opinion, this is, if it wasn't for heists, right? If it wasn't for heists, I wouldn't be here in this live stream today. I'd probably be out there, who knows where, bumbling around, doing who knows what.
Yeah.
And Heist, in my personal opinion, was not only the best DLC in this game, but in my personal opinion, the best DLC in gaming history for me personally. I mean, you know, there are other good DLCs and other games out there, I can agree. But in my personal opinion, this was the DLC that basically made me love this game until certain events transpired
once again,
later down the road.
Once again,
I'm not gonna say. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
Stop losing focus.
At the time, I love this game. I love this game. I love the Heist DLC.
Okay.
And
if I may have a
consider
word.
Yeah, Killer Scorpion has the floor.
If I may have a word about this particular DLC, yes, Heist was fan-fucking-tastic. In terms of breaking new shit into the game, it was fantastic. Everyone loved it. Everyone loved that you can rob banks and break your friend out of prison. It was nice. It was a cool addition, and you got a lot of money from it. With that money, you had the opportunity to buy the vehicles in the game, which you can also unlock. And, man, let me just say, the jet, the Harrier jet that was added, the Hydra, brought a whole new breed of tryhard. It just brought... Like, all the other vehicles were being bought, honestly.
If you get that out of the equation and you just focus on gameplay and, you know, the heists and all that, this was probably one of the best Rockstar DLCs out there.
Yes, I know, but this is like a turning point for like the pilots. The pilots were like, "Oh my god, this thing is in the game. Let's abuse it to this is abuse it to hell until this thing gets out of style."
Yeah. But I mean, we also got the Savage, which had explosive ammo and no cooldown on missiles, and a good pilot. A good pilot could abuse the Savage, and if you had,
I'm a fan of the MI-24.
Yeah.
So I bought that immediately.
Okay. And if you had a good, if you had a good crew, you could also do the same with the Valkyrie. So it really is just a tool one way or the other. But I mean,
all these
a good laser pilot could still take down a Hydra pilot. So I mean, it had veto capabilities, and it's a good jet, but. Yeah, I mean, it was something a lot of people were wanting in the game for a while, was the Hydra. So we got a lot of vehicles in the game, courtesy of the Heist update.
You know, it was one of many metas that were added.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little preference.
I'm glad Heist was added.
Yeah, me too.
I really love it.
Go on, a little backstory about the Heist is, like, as we mentioned, for those of you who don't know, Heist was originally intended to be added day one, but there were issues with the Heist update. And Rockstar basically had to scrap the heist at least a few times and rebuild it. before they finally got it working for online. And that's why there was such a delay. In fact, it got to the point where a lot of us were wondering if we were ever actually going to get a heist update at all. But we finally did in March 2015, and the rest is history. So, yeah, I mean, it was a decent update. Many would consider it to be the best. Perhaps.
So pretty much 2 months from then.
Yeah. I would say, this is, like I said, it's the update that, at the time, added a piece that was missing in the Grand Theft Auto Online. The interactions with Lester, along with Ron and Trevor, along with the introduction of Agent 14 and Paige Harris. Well, Paige Harris was in Grand Theft Auto 5, but you get more of Paige Harris.
She had a minor role.
Yeah, she had a minor role. And she looks a lot better in Grand Theft Auto Online than she did in Grand Theft Auto 5. So it really did feel like that you were really, truly part of that world that Rockstar built for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, they were supposed to be both technically both part of the same world.
Yep.
But then things started to change.
And not for the better. Well, yes and no.
It's always the best of times and the worst of times. Paige was like the best hacker you could get, Bernard, in Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode. But anyways, back on topic. So a few months later, after the heist update, we got a two-parter called Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and 2. And this is when we started seeing a price jump with items.
Yeah.
And I think Rockstar...
This is when Rockstar was getting hate.
Yeah, this is when people started getting a little salty with Rockstar for various reasons.
Okay.
I saw
What the hell? You
YouTube
just
videos
jumped the price of
complaining about
gas?
Yeah.
It's like when your city jumps the price of gas. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I need to get this, and you're raising the price of the thing I need.
Well,
capitalism at its finest.
yeah. So I'll go over real quick 3 of the items. There are a few more items that came out, but we'll talk about 3 in particular. First off, the 2 most expensive that came out of Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 was the Deluxo. When was the Deluxe? Deluxo Deluxe. Blah, the Luxor Deluxe. $10 million for the gold plane.
Cannot go into passive mode, apparently.
No, it cannot. And then the Swift Deluxe, which is a $5 million golden helicopter. So those are 2 ridiculous items Rockstar added. And then the Osiris, which was at the time the most expensive supercar. The price basically doubled for supercars at that point. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's when Rockstar started deciding to add more expensive stuff to the game, and maybe it's to balance out the fact that if you did grind heists, you could theoretically make a pretty decent amount of money, a lot easier than you could grinding the contact missions, for example.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what really sucked was a month later when we got Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2, a better supercar was added.
T20.
Let's see, Chinese Gaming, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the GeauxBurns Nation.
Yeah, the P1.
Yeah, so you had the Osiris added, a $2 million supercar. And then a month later, another $2 million supercar was added that was better than the $2 million supercar that Rockstar had a month earlier. And kind of sort of ticked people off.
Yeah,
Just
a lot of things ticked people up during this update. Like me specifically, because I knew people knew about the Swift and Luxor Deluxe, and they were like, oh, it's literally the same vehicle, just gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like 10 seconds later, they're like, I gotta have it. It's like, why are you buying this?
Yeah.
No, I'm one to talk, obviously, because I bought it. Like, I was like, why did I buy this? I bought both of them. I was like, what was the point? I just wasted my money on this. I was like, why would I do that? And
it's like it's like that meme of Fry, take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
But I think maybe it was because you can drink wine in the back seat, and it was like, oh, okay, I can drink wine in the back seat.
And smoke Cubans as well.
And
go on the internet.
Yeah, maybe people wanted that because they wanted to feel or experience the fake lifestyle of being rich
Yeah.
and drinking expensive wines and Moscatos and
Yeah.
smoking cigars like a fucking old man from the 60s or some shit. And it's like, why would you want this? Why would you want to spend your money on something as pointless as this? Because it looks nice.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
Yeah. And there's
Funnily
always
enough, later down the line, they made an. I'm not saying when, but later down the line, they made a jet, which is basically the same thing, but way, 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 way cheaper.
Yeah, that thing.
focus.
I know. I'm just saying.
All right. So, anyways, Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and 2 came out, which also was another sad thing that transpired. It was the last time last gen would be updated.
Yeah.
Ill-Gotten
PS3.
Gains Part 1 and 2 were the end of the road for the last gen consoles. Because, well, I mean, at that point, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 were kind of being pushed to their limit. Yeah, outdated, pushed to their limit. They couldn't be pushed
Probably the
any
reason
further.
why it was split into 2 parts. That's probably the reason.
It's plausible. It's very plausible.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to bear in mind that at this time, we also had Current Gen, which came out in November 2014. 2014.
Oh.
Yeah. It was November 2014 that we got Current Gen. And then in March 2015, we got the Heist update, then followed by the PC version of Grand Theft Auto. So that's the timeline. But anyways, that was the end of updates to last gen, sadly. And it also meant the end of us being able to try out the content in Grand Theft Auto 5 story, because up to that point, you could actually, and I hear myself echoing in the background. Somebody
Echo.
Yeah.
Echoes.
So somebody check your audio.
Who's watching the stream? Who's watching the stream?
Yeah, don't do that. Well, everyone else can watch it, but no one in the voice chat, because it does get annoying. But anyways, it was also the last updates that we could actually just try out the stuff in Grand Theft Auto 5 story, because up to that point, that's when I did a lot of my testing vehicles videos, and it's still there, guys.
Yeah, it's Riley.
It's me?
Yeah, it's you. I see your thing flashing.
Okay, Riley.
Oh,
Yeah, fix it, please. Thank you.
Let me just remove this.
That's okay. Anyways, so after that, no more. I mean, I think a few things got added. I think somebody pointed that out a few weeks ago. Oh, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Sounds like the Congo.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, it's
Okay, good.
So, but going forward, for the most part, they never updated Grand Theft Auto 5 story again, and they made it to where you specifically had to go into Grand Theft Auto Online in order to check out the content that would come out. And maybe they did it because there were people that were taking advantage of it, duping, glitching. Definitely those were out there doing that sort of thing.
I
But
remember back in the day, wasn't there a glitch where you can get the Duco Death into online before they officially added it later down the road? Because I remember what happened was when they made the patch for it,
yeah,
like if you went out of your garage in the Duco Death or any story mode exclusive vehicle,
yeah.
that fucker would just blow up.
Yeah, they did have several
We'll get it.
vehicles on a blacklist, and that definitely did happen. Eventually, Rockstar did add the Duke of Death and other story mode-based vehicles, like you said, to online for returning players for current gen from last gen. But then we transitioned into specifically current gen DLCs going forward. It started off with a free mode event. It wasn't a very good update. One of my least favorite DLCs.
Terrible.
to be honest.
What a stinker of a DLC. No vehicles, no clothing, unless you count the challenger. If you do 5 free mode events, you win 50k and a free t-shirt, which is left over from ill-gotten gains.
Yeah.
That's all you get. No new content whatsoever other than the new free mode events.
Yeah.
And really, it just opened the hell gates to something that was going to be less desirable for the next DLCs, but we'll get to that.
Exactly. We'll hold off on that. There were a few things I enjoyed about, because I don't want to be entirely negative about the free mode events. I don't like the fact they took away the armored trucks and the crates. I mean, last gen still has that, but current gen lost that forever. I mean, we got business battles, but that once again is in the future. But the 2 modes I did enjoy the most were Pinned In, and like Erica said in chat, Hunt the Beast. So those are 2 really good free mode events. But then the King of the Hill was okay. And then there were some that weren't as good, but people don't really play those anymore anyways. They stopped playing those a long time ago. And backtracking real quick, forgot, Heist also introduced the adversary modes. Anyone want to say anything about, we're going to talk about adversary modes real quick, and we're not going to bring it up again. So if anyone has anything to say about adversary modes, now is the time. It should have been a moment ago, but I forgot.
Fuck it. For like the first 3?
No. Okay.
All of them
We're not
together
bringing
then?
up any more adversary modes after this point. So whatever you have to say about adversary modes from the beginning to current, do it now. It's now or never.
Damn. I really don't know what to say. I mean, they're a fun game mode, but I mean,
If you have
ever
friends.
since,
If you
Quote
if you have
unquote fun.
friends, and later down the road, Rockstar just focused on making lackluster ones. They did, but
Yeah.
that's later down the road. But back then, it was like, oh look, we got some new sort of fucking versus modes. You know, that's all we got, guys. Woohoo.
Yeah, it was good until it became terrible.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean,
That's all.
there were my favorites at the beginning was obviously Hasta La Vista. That was good.
Mhm.
It was enjoyable.
That one was really fun.
But Rockstar just kept adding them, and now they're doing remix versions. And the remixes are okay for the most part, but I went over that a while back, was the fact how long that list of adversary modes is now. It's ridiculous how long it is. And like you guys were saying, some of them are good, most of them not so much. So that's pretty much all I have to say about adversary modes. Anyone else?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say that my favorite one has to be Deadline. Out of all of
Deadline,
them.
yeah, Deadline and Overtime Rumble. Those are two really fun ones.
I mean, for my favorite, I'm gonna say it's Extraction because, it's basically, most people already know, jet crashes, bodyguard and VIP are separated from each other,
Yeah.
and the bodyguard's got to find the VIP, while the bounty hunters or attackers, I don't know what that team's called, but basically they're going after the VIP they are, and it's pretty fun because once the target is found by either side, all levels, everything is on the line. If you're on the VIP and bodyguards team, you got to make it to that waypoint or you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah. Well,
I like that.
Chinese gaming, yeah, I think a lot of people actually like Slasher. I did enjoy Slasher. It was fun.
I enjoyed Slasher.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that was
and then
really good.
and then of course you mentioned Every Bullet Counts. People like Every Bullet Counts. There's some good ones, but a lot of them, I don't know. A lot of them were very lackluster, and I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what else Rockstar could have done. I just don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much adversary modes. There's some good ones.
Yeah.
There's some okay ones in the middle, and then there's some that were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's
Yeah.
Motor Wars, which has gotten double money opportunities more than anything else in the history of Grand Theft Auto Online.
And triple money.
And the only one to
Yeah,
date that's
that's-
gotten a triple money event.
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you, Fortnite.
Yep. So, yeah, that's adversary mode. So, anyways, got to catch back up now. Okay, so we've moved past remote events. Now we are at Lowrider. Lowrider, which was cool because a lot of people, one of the things a lot of the fans in the community were asking Rockstar for were Lowriders because of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, how big Lowriders were in that game, and the the West Coast scene.
Yeah.
And Rockstar gave us Lowriders, and they brought back Lamar. I'm sorry, Lamar.
Yeah. Lamar.
They brought back
Lamar.
They brought back LD.
Lease.
Yes, they brought back LD.
Yeah, boy.
And what we didn't realize at the time was that this was actually a sign of a time jump that occurs in Grand Theft Auto Online. Because originally Grand Theft Auto Online starts off 6 months prior to the present day 2013 events of Grand Theft Auto 5. But that technically changes. Technically. But anyways, that's something we'll see more of in other DLCs. Now, what's really cool is that with the Lowriders update, they added way more customization for the vehicles than up to this point that we saw. And they've
It
carried...
felt like San Andreas.
Yeah.
That's basically the best way to describe the DLC. It was basically San Andreas, but on a next generation console, playing with your friends online, and having a hell of a time driving lowriders and doing all sorts of shit in the hood. I loved the lowrider missions, although they were kind of tedious.
Yeah.
Especially the first one. But
So I have
although
a
they
bit
were
of a
tedious,
story with this
they
DLC.
were so fun. They were really fun.
I never did them because nobody joins them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
hard.
hundreds
Yeah.
of them too.
Yeah.
I love the reward as well because you get 2 Benny's t-shirts and they're really good.
Ooh.
So yeah, I have a
Some
bit of a
Benny's
story
t-shirts.
with this DLC in particular
Ooh.
because
What's the story?
this DLC was the first time I was like, okay. Before that, I was like, oh, current gen is out. I kind of want it, and then Lowriders came out. I was like, I gotta get this right now. Lowriders, are you kidding me?
Mhm.
That is how I managed to get PlayStation 4. I got it for my birthday years ago, and got GTA Online, and it was a fun time. I got a whole bunch of money from modders back then, so I was able to buy everything, and it was so fun. I was able
Lucky.
to. That is actually how I managed to find my friends on there, and that's how I restarted my YouTube channel pretty much.
Wow.
And that's how if it wasn't for the Lowriders update and for PS4 and next gen, I would not be here today.
Huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So much
Pretty
Night
much.
Fight, basically.
It is interesting how that you'll see that there are DLCs that brought people into the game, and Lowriders is no exception. And even though I really wasn't into Lowriders, I did admire and enjoy all the customization that came with the cars, the interiors, the exteriors, the look and the feel of the cars, and the fact that eventually they added a few more non-Lowrider vehicles to Benny's, but then they completely abandoned Benny's. Poor Benny's. He hasn't seen
Yeah.
anything.
Benny
Well,
was a
I think the
good
Nero's on sale right now, so
Yeah,
I guess he's
yeah,
gotten a
that's-
little
that's a
action
bit of a-
lately. Is
Come
that-
on, Rockstar. Bring my boy Benny's back next DLC. Come on. We know you can do it.
Yeah.
Nope, he's dead.
Bring
But-
him back.
But that was one of the things that they were able to do by focusing on current gen, because on last gen you couldn't have all this customization for the vehicles. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was expensive. It wasn't cheap, but at the same time, it still added tons of customization. Plus, like
Yeah.
we were talking about the Lamar missions and how weird they were, because sometimes it was 2 players, sometimes it was 3 players. It was very random. The only real highlight about the Lamar missions was Lamar. That was the only thing I really enjoyed about them. But
I love
anyways,
the story as well. Because all it was basically Lona was like, hey, let's try and be some big gangsters and steal some lowriders off of the
Yeah.
ballers and the Vargos. And it basically backfires. And
yeah. Well, don't.
I'm not spoiling.
I haven't played 'em.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
so
amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking
if
amazing.
you can find
need
people to actually play it with.
Yep.
That's the problem. You have to
Yeah.
actually have one time you have to have one person, one time you have to have 3 people. It's really random how it works. I wish they would just say, okay, you could have up to 4 people for all of them.
I'm looking for recruiters for those who wants to play them.
What's wrong with him? He's just hobbling. Anyway, so we are moving to the final DLC of 2014, which was probably
masterpiece that one was. Don't forget Halloween Surprise as well.
yeah. There's
Almost
Halloween
forgot
Surprise.
about
That's true, but Halloween's always been a disappointment for me in this because that's where Slasher came in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Slasher came in with that, and technically Halloween Update was part of the Lowriders, but it's kind of weird. It's when Rockstar started like bunching up stuff within it. All right. So
Yeah. I
see,
got kicked out again. I could not explain what I was gonna say.
All right.
So-
Rizo, what's up, Rizo? How's it going?
Jesus.
Okay. Well, if you forgot, then we got to move. We have to move forward.
No, I got you. So apparently in West Coast Classics, DJ Pooh can mention him. Like during the update, they brought like a little voice clip, like of DJ Pooh mentioning
Well,
him.
We're not at that DLC yet.
Oh, he doesn't mention him yet until.
Well,
Okay.
Well, we don't want spoilers either, so we're trying to avoid spoilers. Okay. So, anyways, we're moving to Halloween real quick, even though we're probably not going to get a Halloween update this year. Rockstar, thank you. I know you're focusing on another game, and I'm very excited for that game. But they've given us some masks. They give us a couple of adversary modes. They gave us a flashlight for a melee weapon.
Oh yeah, the
Damn.
flashlight.
They could have gave us a scythe, you know, or a pitchfork or something.
Katana.
Something
They did give him
Halloween.
machete.
Yeah,
I mean, they
well,
gave
that's-
us some shade in the main DLC,
But that was not Halloween, though.
and a hatchet as well. I mean, but
That was
like
not
on launch
Halloween, though.
next-
I'm talking about Halloween-specific stuff. Like, that would make sense, like a chainsaw or the flamethrower, for example. Or, like Riley just said, the katana. We didn't get any of that. Our costumes, which is something I've been whining about for years.
We have some bodysuits if that counts.
Yay for bodysuits. But we did get some really cool masks. So there's that. So that's pretty much what all that Halloween was. Was the very first, I guess, official drip-fed thing that we got. Because technically it was part of Lowriders, but Rockstar didn't unlock it until a few weeks later.
Yay.
Didn't they bring out some vehicles like the Frankenstein and
The Frankenstein. You're right. The Frankenstein
Future
and
Traffic
the Lurcher were the Halloween vehicles that came with the quote unquote Halloween surprise.
And the Sanctus.
That was not.
That was bikers.
That was later. That was later.
that was the bikers.
Wow.
Jumping ahead, Riley.
Wait, isn't that a Halloween vehicle?
It will be.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
came out
yet.
on-
This is
Oh, wait,
2016.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, back on topic.
Yeah.
So moving into the December season of snow and festive surprise returning once again, we also got another big update along with festive surprise 20. What was it? 16? No, 2015. Okay, yeah. All right. So we got executives and other criminals. This introduced the VIP system, which a lot of people they kind of sort of like the VIP system. Yeah.
It's used a lot, that's for sure.
It's definitely
My one gripe was it before like finance and felony and all that was that it only lasted for 4 hours. You had to wait 12 hours of real life time, might I add, to get to use it again, and you had to have over $1 million as a threshold. You didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of people saying, "No, you have to pay for it."
Yeah,
no.
they improved VIP because now it's only $50,000 in the pot that you have to have.
Yeah.
But back then it was, like you said, it was $1 million. William Rodriguez, what is happening? Hope you're doing well today. We are discussing Grand Theft Auto Online on the 5th year anniversary. We're just wrapping up 2016. And chat, 2015, you're right. I'm a year ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I still got notes. Too many notes.
Hold on.
All right. I'm not trying to rush through this, but at the same time. So also what we got with the typical clothing and stuff, the usual with executives and other criminals, we got the yachts. A lot of people were asking for the yachts, and it was one of those examples of be careful what you ask for.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
we all know how much we love them.
I like the yachts, despite the fact they are useless and they pretty much are just like a
status
they're pretty
symbol?
much a bragging right to people.
All right,
Like,
listen, it's
hey,
not
look,
useless.
I have a yacht. I know because of the VIP work, but basically, most people rarely use it. I mean, other than the VIP work or just hang around with friends, what are you going to use it for? What are you going to use it for?
I like that you have like an anti-air system.
Yeah, I know about
Yeah,
that.
hi from Aircraft, that's true.
Yeah.
If you forget about all that,
like,
you have done all that.
And the bar
Well,
and the lap
helicopter.
dances you can get. So there's some things about it. It's nice looking.
It's pretty much a house on the sea, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But like my one gripe is that it costs a lot of money in that, and I know people. I'm gonna say this pretty much. It's easy to make money. Well, back then it was because of Heist, Mastermind, Lowriders, all that shit. You can make a lot of money.
Well, there's
Basically.
more
And even the
options
new
now
VIP
than back
works as
then.
well.
But anyways.
Yeah.
I know.
It was a
Yeah.
but yachts, take it or leave it. Like Chinese gaming liked yachts. Jelly Bryce says that yachts are better than mansions. Of course, we've yet to get mansions, so we really don't know what mansions could ever be if we never get mansions. Maybe one day we'll get mansions, but that's one of the things that we have yet to get that we keep asking for. And maybe it'll be the history repeating itself on that one if Rockstar decides to eventually give us a mansions update. They are planning on continuing to update Grand Theft Auto Online, so that's a bit of good news going forward. We're not at the end of the life for this game yet, even though it's 5 years old. But then again, I mean, World of Warcraft is like 200 years old, so there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and move into 2016. Since I've been so jumpy about 2016, I think 2016 is probably one of my favorite years because a lot of really cool stuff got added.
Second favorite for me.
Yeah.
Personally, favorite.
Now we did get the January update. It gave us 2 cars. Well, the ability to upgrade 2 cars. It wasn't really that big of an update. There was an adversary mode. It was not much, but it was okay. But I want to go ahead and start things off with technically the sequel to Executives and Other Criminals. Further Ventures in Finance and Felony.
All right.
This was a really good update. it added and expanded upon the VIP stuff with CEO, the ability to be a CEO, the ability to own an executive office. Eventually, we would get executive garages, but not now. But we would also get the warehouses, and that added a new means to make money in the game that we had, to this point, not had. The ability to have different size warehouses and fill them full of stuff and eventually sell them for a pretty impressive amount of money. It added something new to the game.
You know
Something
what also
new to
added,
do.
GB? You know what also added?
What?
It added the absolute terror and paranoia of getting your shit destroyed by some guy in a Hydra or
That's
Savage,
true.
whichever.
The
Yeah.
worst thing was as well, not only that, before stuff like bikers, import-export, gunrunning and all that came along, if you lost one bit of product, game over. You've lost everything. I mean, you do lose a bit of stock,
Yeah, I
but you
remember
pretty much
that.
lost
Yeah.
everything. And it's still like that today. It's still like that today, surprisingly. Why can't they just fucking hot fix it?
Yeah, I
Simple.
don't know.
That doesn't benefit them.
But
I think the other services, those are better.
Yeah, but Killer Scorpion did bring up a very valid point. One of the things that it did start was forcing players to do stuff in
Briefing.
Yeah,
in
this
a public lobby.
like the thing I said beforehand was
Yeah.
foreshadowing because what was it? I forgot. I was saying something
forgot.
you can do in free mode.
Yeah.
But the thing I said before was foreshadowing to this point. Like once you do products and stuff, people are always after you.
Yeah.
And later down the line, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot worse.
Yeah, it did.
later.
And I never understood why Rockstar made it to where we had to do this stuff in a public lobby, especially since we're doing client jobs right now. And you can do VIP work and you can do biker contracts in a invite lobby or a friend lobby. Why can't you do that stuff in the same lobbies? I never liked the fact that they forced us to do those kind of things in a public lobby and like you guys are saying, they definitely promoted it to where they encouraged other players to come after you when you're trying to grind. And it began with the Felony update.
Yeah.
I missed. I can't believe I missed. Actually, I can. Let's see, chat real quick. Snake, I played GT on PS3 first, then passed it to PS4. Let's see, and then Chinese Gaming. Yes, we're about to talk about it. Unless you guys have anything else to say about Felony.
You know what?
I didn't play much.
I gotta say, Finest and Felony, to me, I mean, although I'm not the biggest fan of having to go into a public session, go get your business and all that, fill it up to max capacity, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
To me, at the time, before we had stuff like bikers, gunrunning and all that, I liked it.
Yeah,
I
me too.
personally thought that it could rival heists, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah, like
one
in terms
idea
of making money.
Yeah.
because I had an idea back then, and this was like a golden rule that me and my friends used to go by back in the day. We all had Pacific standards that we were all hosting, right? And we'd all fill up our own warehouses, and when we do a sale, we would do a pack standard immediately after, and we would make a shit ton of money back then. I think we made like $10 or $12 million back then. I mean, it's not much nowadays, but back then, that was a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, it
And
was a few
it was
dollars.
amazing. And not only that, the one thing I liked about the crate missions as well is that, just like bikers, but later down the road, that we'll go on to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
But basically, when you collect the supplies, right? Let's say, you're collecting counterfeit goods or narcotics and all that. I mean, I'm not talking about the Smugglers Run stuff, but I'm talking about the random crates missions. Let's say you collect a random product like that, right? Every time you collected the item, you would then, you would go back to your office, and then you would see the item you collected would be in your office. So,
and then your
collect
office would be
some
littered with all sorts of crap like money, counterfeit stuff, and
weapon crates
and it looks
and
like
all that.
it looks like you need a maid to come in and clean that shit up, or a janitor, or
Yeah,
somebody.
Yeah, I don't like
I mean,
that.
I liked it that it changed the office's look. I liked it because it actually, it made me want to grind to see how much I can change the office's look.
Yeah.
Because it was really enjoyable to me. I really enjoyed Finance and Felony, despite it was like basically the granddaddy of public session businesses. I really enjoyed it because of the crate missions, the risk and all that, and but not only that, also the vehicles that came out as well. The vehicles were really awesome.
Like
that came
the
out.
tug.
Dog.
You had to mention the tug. Wow.
Tug
The
boat.
tug. Oh, that slow ass.
All
big
right,
boat
time to
that can-
go on a rant about the tug.
No, it's time to
Nah.
move forward.
Yeah, I think we went on a bit too much about.
Moving-
All I'm
Felony.
gonna say is that the tug is just the worst sea vehicle in the game, and you
Yeah.
gotta use it to deliver stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
big, it's slow, and it's
It dies one hit.
Yeah,
Mm.
it sucks. It's cool looking, but
yeah.
that's pretty much it. Let's see,
It's
Erica.
not even cool looking. It looks
It
ass.
looks like a piece of shit.
It's
Yeah.
unique looking. Anyways, Erica made a nice chunk of cash with the DLC. I mean, yeah, a lot of people have, and I don't consider it competition for heists. I just consider it a new thing to do in the game. So,
It's good for double money. That's true.
yeah, especially
Yeah.
when they did. Yeah, especially for double money. Okay, so an update that several people were excited to talk about is Cunning Stunts.
Yes, yes, this is mine. This is
All
mine.
right, Red.
Yes,
Red, I'm
yes.
giving you the floor for this one. Go for it.
Well, because they added the thing I'm of love racing, and they added the Tyrus, an excellent vehicle.
Ooh, the Tyrus. I love
They are in 7B, which is still fast at this point, and ETR 1, and it's possibly is a refresh, just something non-militarized or just kill someone. Is just go and race and make some cash in the process, and still today are really fun to do.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
Anyone
they're good for
else's
making
thoughts on
money,
Cunning Stunts?
Only if you win. They're good for making money if you win.
Well,
And
it's
I
not.
like
it
the
wasn't
cars
meant
as
to be
well.
a money-making thing, though. That's
I know,
it. Yeah,
I
it
know,
was
I know.
just more
It
of
was
a deal
all
for
just a
fun.
fun thing.
But I know. But like, I'm just saying, if you win, you make the big bucks. But I gotta say that Rockstar, my applause to you for making the best vehicles in my personal, in part of my opinion at least. The Cunning Stunts had probably some of the best vehicles ever released. I'm not saying they are the best, but they are, beloved by many today. Still to this day, like the Gargoyle, that was a really awesome bike. I can't remember what it was. It's the BF 400, which is basically a god in off-road racing, which I don't know why is a bike there. I mean,
well, that's Rockstar
supposed
for you.
to-
Oh yes, that's my
Yeah.
favorite bike. I still have that thing.
yeah, and it's also good for the for time trials as well. The BF 400 as well.
You didn't have to
And-
kill her. Wow, that's rude. Rude, Foxy. I think Foxy knew I wanted the 9F. And this was the car back in the day. The 9F.
Yeah,
Yeah, that thing.
correct.
But anyways, that's going way back. We should have talked about that earlier. Too late moving forward. So my thoughts regarding Cunning Stunts is what I really enjoyed about it was Rockstar listening. Well, they didn't completely listen to the racing community because we still don't have multi-class racing.
Yay.
But they did update the creator with more props and the ability to create more professional looking races. Granted, there are ridiculous races as well, and look at that, I got a bounty. Whoop-de-doo.
Yay.
So there's been some fantastic races that have been made courtesy of the Cunning Stunts update and the addition to the creator. But like I said, there's also silly races too. But a lot of people used it to make more professional looking races. And that's something that the racing community is very appreciative of. And I do technically consider myself part of the racing community, a lot of different communities. Even though I'm obviously not a very good racer, I still like racing. But so that was really cool. It was really good to have that. And it's another example of a DLC. Well, the cars were obviously the money-making aspect of the DLC for Rockstar. You know, the price tag on the vehicles. And they were different looking vehicles. And some people liked them, some people didn't. But overall, I mean, Cunning Stunts was a pretty sweet DLC. Anyone else's thoughts on Cunning Stunts before we move forward?
Loop-de-loops. That's all I gotta say.
The loop-de-loops.
Yep.
Loop-de-loop.
Loop involved.
Yep.
And then your shoes are looking cool.
Yep,
Okay.
Mr. SpongeBob.
Yep. Okay, so
I do have to say though, like, just real quick, like, the Cunning Stunts update did make the way for a lot better races along the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed, they did. Even though I do miss the old school land races though. There's just something about them. I still enjoy doing them every now and then, but yeah, Cunning Stunts did change the game in that department. So there was a little petition that was started, and it's probably a coincidence that the DLC happened, but maybe there was some influence with the movement that occurred back. I think it was early 2016. I think I could be wrong about that. And
I remember hearing about it in 2015.
Maybe it was sooner. Maybe it was sooner. Okay, maybe I got the year. You know, time goes by and the years lump together. But anyways, G Factor.
Oh damn it! Get out!
G Factor. Riley's grandma. No, Leo Cod, I've never gotten banned. Okay, so anyways, there was a push by the biker community because at the time there wasn't much that the bikers had. Like the Lowriders got satisfied with the Lowrider update. The racers got satisfied with the Cunning Stunts update. The bikers
Heisters got satisfied with heists.
Yeah, exactly. All the criminal peoples. But the bikers to this point weren't getting as much love. And there was a petition. There was, okay, what just happened with the terabyte? Which one of you idiots blew up my terabyte?
They blew it up.
It said it got relocated, so I'm guessing it got destroyed.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
GG.
Wait, no, wait a minute. Why is it? Why did it? Okay, it didn't get blown, but it just got moved on its own. Why the fuck did that happen? That's silly. All right. So, anyways, back on topic. So, I think that this whole thing spawned regarding the bikers update was because of another DLC that came out with Grand Theft Auto 4, Lost in the Damned, which came out around the same time as a TV show, also about bikers, Sons of Anarchy. So obviously there was a big appeal for biking in Grand Theft Auto, thanks to the Lost and Damned update to Grand Theft Auto 4. And so you had a biking community that really wanted more biker-themed stuff. And for the most part, I believe Rockstar delivered with the bikers update.
Yeah.
And just like Chinese Gaming says, bikers, we have the best money-making MC businesses. And that's one thing that I did not really think that they were going to add, to be honest. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of bikers, stuff, clothing, new motorcycles, clubhouses. The one thing I think a lot of us probably really weren't anticipating was, I guess, the thing that most people like about them, which is the biker businesses. So that's definitely become a good way of making money in the game. And it was the very first passive income that was introduced to Grand Theft Auto Online.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me personally, I love bikers. It was a very good DLC, especially with the bikes, and it even satisfied the biker community. I mean, I love the bikes in the DLC, and also with the businesses. Like I was actually fairly surprised, and I was surprised that we had to be a biker to one of them, because I thought, if we're gonna buy drug factories or counterfeit businesses and all that, shouldn't that be more of a CEO or VIP thing? But obviously, it's a lot different than how it played out, and we ended up being bikers doing the businesses, and I like that,
and I like how it
made
later
unique.
down the line it became like conjoined with like the after hours update.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
To an extent, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
but I really like that, and the vehicles as well. Those are really nice.
Yeah.
The motorcycles are really cool.
Are really nice.
I did like the fact that
did the bikers allow you to buy the biker van, like the ones that the Lost had?
No, unfortunately, that's one thing that a lot of us have complained about, is the fact that Rockstar never allowed us to get the Lost MC van. And Turbulent, what's up in Turbulent? How's it going? Oh, and yeah, Chinese Gaming's right. That did allow you to like spawn and bring back motorcycles. So that was another cool feature that they added. Plus, biker contracts are also another way to make money, even though I prefer VIP work. But still, I mean, I like the more money making opportunities in this game, the better. And bikers most definitely delivered when it came with the businesses, especially with what we now have that a lot of people enjoy doing, is the passive income. And Bernard was making a joke about the post-op vans. Riley loves post-op vans.
Yeah.
I don't even think Riley's here. I think she ran away.
Yeah, no, she left because of her
Ran off
grandma.
for a
And
second.
GB, your stream it's on the stream starting soon screen. I don't know if you see that.
No.
I'm sorry for that.
That's okay.
Is it on my screen? Let's see.
You may want to check yours. It's I haven't touched anything to
Oh,
put.
never mind.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So what did I
My
miss?
PlayStation.
We were about to talk about how much you love the post-op van mission and the
Oh.
bikers.
Nice. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Damn it.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't like
Yeah.
the post-op van. She hates them. So yeah,
Yeah.
there were some good deliveries you could do, but then there's some really bad ones you could do. There's some that weren't as good.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so yeah, your overall thoughts, Raleigh, about the bikers update. And hold on, Chinese Gaming, thank you so much for the £5. I'm sorry that I accidentally hid you earlier. I'm sorry about that. You didn't have to send me any money. Thank you for the super chat. Really enjoying your live stream. Glad YouTube recommended me. Well, I'm glad you're here, Chinese Gaming, and thank you for the £5, £5, and I will add you to the super wall. Well, the wall for October. Ooh. So the spooky wall. I've yet to talk about the wall. The new background. We'll do it at the end of the stream if we ever get to the end. If we ever. It'll never end.
Nope.
Yeah.
So anyways, anyone else want to say anything about bikers before we move forward?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, it was a nice idea that they added passive businesses. They were good. Well,
They
some of
still
them.
are good. Yeah.
Yep. But oh my goodness, were the sell missions tedious?
Yeah, they
Like
sucked.
literally, like 90% of the missions. I think the only good ones are the duffel bags, the pounder, and the buzzard.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones. The rest of them suck, especially the post-op bands. Literally, I don't care if I have even if I have a team of 8 and I have to drive one. I don't care. I'll cancel the mission. I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those missing, they took forever. They
Yeah.
really did.
They do. They
Funny.
do.
It's funny
Yeah.
because in the
Even
setup
with
in
free-
Pacific Standard where you get it, it's a lot faster than how it is in that fucking sale.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I don't get. I mean, it's just a fucking box in the back. I mean, the CEO vehicles weren't affected that badly when you were doing the supply runs. Why is it so special about these fucking trucks? These fucking post-op vans. What's so special about them?
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Chinese Gaming. Let's see. MC businesses, bad thing. You have security, and they are useless from stopping and getting you raided. I believe if you have security, you should never get raided. I agree entirely. I agree. If you're gonna,
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of having the security if you're still gonna get raided? It seems like a waste of money. Of course, there's a lot of things that they add that, like the safe in the executive office you can buy. It's pointless. It's absolutely pointless.
Apparently,
it
quote
doesn't
unquote,
change.
lowers the percentage of getting rated. But still,
Well, my final thoughts about the bikers update is that the ability to call in vehicles like 10 times faster.
Yeah.
If you're in an MC,
Yeah.
if you were just calling in your Hakucho or your BF400,
Yeah.
it would just come in an instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, that's good and all. And I really like that, like particularly because when I needed to get around, I can just go to my MC, bam, there's my bike. I can just go. However, foreshadowing, you know.
Foreshadowing. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll cross that bridge soon.
Fine
Okay,
bikes.
so overall, bikers probably one of the more endearing updates because people still enjoy the biker businesses, even if they're not bikers or in the biker community. I believe that Rockstar did a good job making this appeal to bikers and appeal to the general players in Grand Theft Auto Online. So props to Rockstar for that. Except for once again making it to where we had no choice but to do this stuff in a public lobby, with the exception of biker contracts. But moving forward to the final update of 2016, I'm not going to mention Festive Surprise because basically it's the same thing every year. So there's no point mentioning that. Import-export, which I would say is a part of a trilogy, the third act of a trilogy.
Final act.
Yeah.
fine.
You started with Executives and Other Criminals. The sequel was Finance and Felony. And you could very well say Import-Export is the third movie in a decent trilogy, an overall solid trilogy. This added, well, two things specifically. Well, three. I think this is where we got the executive garages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so that's really cool because it allowed us to own a ton more vehicles in the game. And it allowed us to also have vehicle warehouses where we could do high-end vehicle thefts. And I always thought that this was very important because of the name of the game, right? The name of the game is Grand Theft Auto, which is car robbery, car theft. It's a cool name, but it really made the game feel like
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, exactly. Because you weren't stealing these cars off the street, you know, these cheap cars that you could sell at Los Santos Customs for, if you're lucky, like $9,000, some of them $17,000, $15,000. You were sourcing and selling really, really cool cars. And I wish Rockstar would have continued updating that, but they have yet to do so. They also
I don't think they ever will, to be honest.
Yeah. They also added special vehicles. Some of them are good, like the Runner 2000.
I still use it.
But unfortunately, with the special vehicles, they are unsellable, and a lot of people have a Rocket Voltic or a Blazer Aqua or a Technical Aqua or some of these other vehicles that they will never be able to sell. So that's my kind of gripe with import-export and the continuing fact that the importing of vehicles and exporting of vehicles is once again relied entirely on a public lobby. So, yeah. Anyways, anyone's thoughts regarding import-export?
I mean,
Also,
it's
on
not
that
that bad.
Sultan Classic, right?
No, that's like later in early 2017.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, import-export. It was really good. I started getting interested in the game, but I didn't buy it back in the day. That's when I thought it was like getting kind of cool, because I felt like the Rocket Voltic and Runner 2000 and then jump and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just interesting, so I decided to just look at the game a bit more.
Yeah.
And I just
that's
it.
We'll go.
So I never got the car, but the Rocket Voltic back then for import export was like it was the shit.
Yeah.
Like like in my if it wasn't like the shit for everyone else, it was the shit for me and my friends, because everyone I knew had a Rocket Voltic, and everyone I knew would just blast the fuck off into space, and it was it was so funny.
Yeah, it was a fun car.
It was a fun car indeed. You know.
Yeah.
Especially doing it in this
more recent vehicles, you know.
2016.
Yeah.
It adds that charm and more, you know.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's kind of sort of obsolete now, but it was fun during its time.
Yeah, during the time was.
It went from being the shit to its shit.
Yeah. Now, an unfortunate thing about the Runner 2000, as much as I love the Runner 2000, I was a big Knight Rider fan back in the day, so I love that car, is it also began the OP vehicles. This is where I feel like we started seeing the OP vehicles added to the game.
Yeah.
We'll probably go over some, you know, going into 2017. 2017. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
2017. This is the
golden year.
It's not the golden year.
No, it's the worst year. No, I don't care. This was the worst year. This was the worst year by far. The worst fucking year.
Well, I don't know. 2018 hasn't exactly been very impressive.
I prefer this.
Okay, I'll say this.
A lot more.
The DLCs we were about to go over added a lot of stuff to the game, but it focused all the major ones focused on basically almost a similar premise: militarization. This took militarization in Grand Theft Auto Online to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So first off, Gunrunning. Gunrunning added the bunkers.
Wait. What about Cunning Stunts special circuit?
We're skipping over that. We're
Yeah,
not. Like I said, we're not going to go over every single update. We're talking about the big ones. That's why we skipped over the custom
speak.
classics.
Let the man speak.
So, Gunrunning, bunkers, along with the arms, another passive income you could do in the game, as well as something I just love so much and cherish to this very day, research.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which
I saw that run.
Absolutely hated. So
I love that rant.
and a lot of militarized vehicles were added in the gunrunning update as well, including the introduction of some of you may like Jelly was asking earlier about Mark II weapons. Mark II weapons were introduced. And this is something we've actually been asking for, was more customization for our weapons. And Rockstar was happy to deliver, but it's another example of be careful
what you ask for.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay, so yeah,
Much.
gunrunning.
Yeah.
That's my point on it. What someone else like to?
Yes.
Right. Fuck it.
Let's just say that everyone fucking hates the oppressor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone
We were lucky
hates
back then.
the oppressor.
Except for those
Oh, man.
except for those that have the oppressors. So
That is
have it,
the
and I hate it.
try-hard vehicle of that time. Man,
Well, it still kind of is, quote unquote.
it is still.
It's
But nowadays
obsolete
it's the
now,
Mark
though.
II oppressor. But
but
back
we haven't
then,
gotten there yet.
the oppressor was just the most OP thing. Now there's some good things about it.
Yeah.
You could glide to any place you want, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun. An unarmed oppressor was the best thing. It was fun.
It didn't work.
Now,
Like,
if you
yeah.
research,
Damn research.
if you research, you get homing missiles, you get miniguns, and
No, hang on.
Oh,
That's
not
inaccurate
miniguns, right?
information. That's fake news. Fake
Machine
news.
guns.
Hold on. I'm pulling on the Donald. I'm putting on the Donald.
Don't
Okay.
take
Fake
it
news.
off.
All right. Machine guns were
Oh
on that.
my
are
God.
always they are always on the stock oppressor.
Okay.
Missiles were the
Oh,
only
okay, yeah,
research
okay.
item. They were the only research item.
Okay.
all right, that's fine.
Okay.
But the machine guns were like all that bad. The homing missiles.
Ugh.
The homing missiles were the most meta thing back then because
Well-
if you were in a plane, Hydra, or anything,
Well, the
you
Ruiner,
would get shot down
well-
in like 2 seconds.
Well, the same thing goes for the Ruiner 2000 missiles. They were pretty meta too. So
yeah,
The runner
but-
kind
but
of counts
you
for
only-
the oppressor
you only
if
had-
you know how to use it.
yeah.
Unless you're using
Yeah.
the fully loaded version, you only got 8. You've only got
True.
8 to use.
That's very true. But anyways, back
You
to
got 20 missiles in the oppressor.
Yeah.
20.
Plus, if you just ran out, you could just call it back in for the MC again.
yeah.
And like
And that was foreshadowing. I was talking about that earlier
Yeah,
when we were talking about the bikers update
Yeah.
because you were able to get your bike instantly. So if somebody shoots you down from your oppressor and it explodes, you can just call or what's his name to drop it off in
Yeah.
like 2 seconds and you have it refilled again. Or even if you run out of missiles, you can just blow it up and call another one. This is stupid. It broke the game, and that's why I was turned off of the game for a very long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's funny that when I first saw an image of the oppressor, I thought this thing was kind of silly. You know, like, oh, it's a bike of wings that can glide. I mean, come on. But wow. It definitely did become. It's fun when you get used to learning how to properly glide it. It can be fun, like you were talking about, Killer Scorpion. But the fact that the tryhards were given such a tool at the time to use, yeah, it's the first of many very OP tools that were used against regular players and grinders.
At the end of 2017, I'm gonna go on a fucking field trip. I'm just saying that.
We're not there yet, Kane. We're not there.
I
yet.
know,
Calm
I
down.
know, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it.
Calm down.
Let's get the other 2 over and done with. Come on.
All right. Anyone
I'm
else have
ready.
anything to say about gun running before we move forward?
All right. I got one thing to say about it. In the eyes of the community, Gunrunning is easily one of the most disliked DLCs and one of the most liked DLCs. Basically, the most controversial DLCs in this entire game. And personally, if I'm gonna say this, I'm 50-50 with it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I just know it exists, and
Yeah.
in my personal opinion, I think that's worse than me hating or liking the DLC, because at least if I like or hate a DLC, at least I'm actually feeling an emotion towards the DLC. Gunrunning is just like, oh, flying bikes, bunkers, that's cool. Oh, Agent 14's back. That's nice. That's nice.
Like, you gotta think about it, though, because it depends on where you're at in the game. Like, when I first got it, I didn't have any money, so I was considering on getting the APC, and I didn't have any money. I was like, trying to get it. And like from my point of view, I was trying to get money, like import, export, all that good stuff. And then there was just flying bikes heading towards my ass, blowing up my shit every single time. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this madness?
What kind of Harry Potter shit is this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you might as well just be flying on broomsticks, shooting rocket launchers.
Well,
like what?
Yeah, well, real quick, we'll say one positive thing about gun running is it did add a new passive mode option in the arms, which a lot of people enjoy making money with. So that is a positive, even though once again, forcing people to do it in public lobbies, which I've always been against. But unfortunately, we really don't have much of a say in that.
I like the gun running business. It's basically bikers is the missing business in bikers, basically the business that should have been in bikers.
The best
but
business.
didn't really make the cut. Basically.
It does feel like you're right. It does feel like they because that theoretically could have easily been another biker business, but they simply held off on it and they just recycled what they built for the passive businesses and they just put it over there with the bunker to justify the bunkers.
Pretty much.
Yeah. They just threw Agent 14 in there for a giggle,
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways.
Yeah. One thing.
Okay. One thing.
One thing.
One thing.
Mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
No.
All right.
Get you to sleeves.
All right. Let's
Okay,
just get to Smugglers Run.
Okay. Well, I was kind of hoping Riley was going to stick around because I was going to let her take the floor first with Smugglers Run. I see Biketron. What's up, Biketron? How you doing? I see you grinding for an APC. How you purchased the Kuruma?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Damn it, G Factor, ruining everything.
All right. So you actually
Okay,
you actually had something
All
to
right,
say
what's the
about
one
Gunrunning.
thing?
Okay.
Yeah, two small things actually.
Yeah.
One, explosive rounds,
Yeah.
and number two, how most of the weaponized vehicles introduced kind of suck now.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that's the way it's always been. The Rockstar's always introduce something, then introduce something better.
Yeah, but it's sad that literally all of them suck.
Yeah.
And
Well, like Biketron was talking about in chat, the APC was fun. It could take more damage than the Rhino, and it was amphibious, and you could actually have several people like manning different weapons on the APC. It was kind of a fun vehicle.
I like the
I mean,
mission
we
as
still
well.
do not have a better amphibious quote unquote tank.
Yeah, it's the only amphibious tank we have for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was gun running. Now we're gonna move forward to Smugglers Run, and I think I think the perfect person to start the conversation regarding Smugglers Run is Riley, because she's the pilot. She's
I want
the
to
one.
be in the conversation too.
Everyone's gonna be in the
As well,
conversation,
yes.
but she's the perfect one to, like we've read earlier, for Cunning
Yes,
Stunts,
she's the expert.
because it's based off
And yours truly with heists.
Well, yeah, we're gonna let you have the floor
no.
first for Doomsday.
I-
Don't worry.
I know.
Calm down. All right. So,
know.
anyways, Riley, regarding Smugglers Run, you go first.
Okay, so Smugglers Run was the reason I bought this game. Because literally, the planes. It showed every single plane that I wanted in this game. And I'm like so good in aircraft, like knowing the aircraft. And the moment I just saw all of them, it's just I needed to have them. So I just bought the game and I just went crazy. I literally, the first thing I did was just buy a hangar and bought myself a pyro. It's the first thing I wanted. So I literally did not even buy the office. I just went to VIP. I got a hangar and bought a pyro. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I fell in love with it, and I started, getting more entertained with the pyro. And now I gave her a name.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
I have a few vehicles I have also have names too, so it's not entirely weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
so after that, I kind of got bored with the pyro a little bit, and I decided to buy other aircraft. And turns out, most of them don't compete with the pyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one, I decided to buy the Molotov, and that was a mistake because it's the worst one.
Yeah, it's
Sadly,
The only-
great looking plane.
yeah.
It
The
sucks, though.
look's the only thing that's really going for the Molotov.
Yeah, and we
Oh,
also
and Chinese Gaming had to bring up the Bambushka.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
bamboo.
yeah.
Oh man,
God,
I'm gonna
dear.
rant about that.
Come on,
Yeah,
Lucy.
that
Alright.
that plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also
Oh,
have
boy.
the mogul looked really interesting.
It looks cool, but it sucks.
Sadly, like
Yeah.
you said, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends on the pilot too, because I defeated a Hydra on a Tua alone.
Yeah.
So it really depends on who's flying.
Must have been terrible
Yeah.
pilots.
No, honestly.
Yep.
All right. So, Killer
but,
Scorpion, your
yeah.
thoughts regarding the Bombushka, since you obviously have something to say about it.
Well, before I get to that, I mean, my thoughts on the entire update as a whole. Like, since I am a humongous fan of like World World military aircraft, I am a
Me too.
humongous fan. Like, I have a poster of fucking B-52 on my wall. It's like, holy shit, planes are nice.
Mm-hmm.
And when Smugglers Run came around, I was like, oh my god, more of a reason to play this game. So I
That's
got
right.
it. I got the hangar. The first thing I bought was a Rogue. I wanted to start small because I wanted to make money. Because Smugglers Run as a whole is one of the best businesses in terms of making money. It's the
I would
easiest and it's very
disagree.
effective. Well, I
mean,
don't know. Maybe
it
Okay,
was,
Daniel,
just
you'll
my-
get your
Kinda cut
chance in a
down.
minute. You're gonna.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll wait till he's finished,
Okay.
but I just personally.
'Cause-
But
Yeah.
yeah, I wanted to start small, so I bought the Rogue, and then I worked my way up to buying and selling vehicles I liked and didn't like. I got the glider, and I thought the gimbal turret was gonna be all
Oh, the
right.
ultralight.
It sucks.
The ultralight was
Yeah. It's
it was subpar. But anyway,
Yeah.
the other vehicles were nice.
Yeah.
The Hunter was the highlight for me. I made a whole dedicated
Yeah,
video
Hunter.
to that with me and my friend, just destroying people with it.
Mm.
And the KILLA is like the most broken team, the most broken thing in terms of going off radar. It is the
Yeah.
best
KILLA
vehicle
came
for
out
that
in Doomsday.
circumstance.
Yeah,
Wait, which
that-
one?
that
Oh,
one.
Yeah. The
Well,
Killer hasn't come out
That
yet.
was-
Yeah, cool as
Yeah.
you.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, the vehicles that came out for not gun running. Damn. Smugglers Run. Those were really nice. I like the Hunter, obviously. I like everything. Now to the vehicles I don't like. Let's start with oh boy, the Bombushka.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God tier.
Obsolete by event.
Rockstar. What I wanted out of them was to just remake the Titan into the
Yeah.
weaponized version of it
Yeah,
that you can just customize. That is what I wanted.
Like, yeah. Like,
Instead, they bring out. I think the real version is called the TU something something.
yeah.
But they brought out the Bombushka, and it's a nice AC-130 copy. It's a nice AC-130 copy. My gripes with it are it's so slow.
yeah.
You literally need rockets to take off. It takes forever to take off regularly.
Yeah.
You get shot down once. You get shot with a missile once or 5 times or 3 times actually with the explosive sniper rifle. You're
Yeah.
going right the fuck down. 1 hit? Are you serious? This
Yeah.
thing is so huge and you have armor up. You're armed to the teeth. You have so much armor. At least it seems like you have so much armor. And then you get
Yep.
shot down once.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Literally
Yeah.
one
And-
explosive round and it disables the whole plane.
Literally
Yeah.
one.
My issue
So
with
the damn plane is so
Yeah.
situational.
yeah.
You're not gonna get so much as a little chance to kill anyone
Yeah. And
because
and,
as soon as somebody sees you, you're
Yeah.
dead.
And that's not the worst part. The worst part is the price.
yeah, the price is awful. It's ridiculous. But also, I'd like to
Like how
go in
much? How
something-
much is the damn plane again?
6 million.
Yeah, it's expensive.
$6 million for that
No,
piece
no,
of
no,
garbage
that's-
plane.
No, it's undiscounted. It's 5.9 mil.
Oh.
Okay.
With the discount
Ooh.
price,
Well,
it's
it's
4.4
still
mil.
kind of 6 million.
It's-
I know.
Well, you have to also
I
include
know,
the
still,
upgrades and
still.
stuff too. So yeah.
Yeah, it's still
Basically,
expensive as
5
hell,
mil.
and you don't get much out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just worthless. And they even added another vehicle later on that's 10 billion times better than that piece of garbage.
Get your own car. Okay.
And they also, at least it has explosive cannons going for it, so what
Yeah.
to do?
Yeah.
Another
And-
one I
and the
like
worst-
to mention.
The worst con is that literally it takes half the space of your hangar.
Yeah, it does. It's That's one.
Yeah, it's literally the largest thing.
Yeah.
And then there's the Volatile, which is the
Doomsday.
Avro Vulcan.
Once again,
And,
that's Doomsday. Doomsday.
No,
Doomsday. Sorry.
It's okay.
Damn it.
Well, the problem here's the issue. Okay, the updates that came out in 2017 might as well have been like a continuation of the same deal, like a part 1, part 2, and part 3, because they're very they're very similar, extremely similar.
In my opinion,
You could say Doomsday is Gunrunning Part 2.
Yeah.
These DLCs that came out in 2017, they are basically the equivalent of the Star Wars prequels. Disliked by a lot of people that I know personally, but one of them's usually liked by many, and it's usually different. For example, Riley she personally likes Smugglers Run. I personally enjoyed Gunrunning out of all three of them.
Yeah, well, the reason why I feel like people feel one way or the other about Smugglers Run is because of the community itself. The majority of the community prefers driving. They prefer being on the ground. There's only a certain percentage of Grand Theft Auto fans that are fly boys and fly girls, and I'm one of those. I like to fly. I like to be in planes. I have a Nakota on the Xbox One because my grandfather was a World War II pilot, and that's what he flew. And why the fuck are you guys blowing up my fucking car?
P-51D Mustang. Nice plane.
What the
I'm just saying they should have just kept the name like the one in GTA 3. What was it? The Hustler?
The Rustler.
The Rustler. It was called the Rustler.
No, the Wrestler? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
Yeah, but they
it's
should
not
have
the
kept the
same
original
plane.
name.
It's not the same plane though.
But
Well, yeah,
what do you mean it's not the same plane? It's literally the same.
It's not the same plane. It's a different plane. There's different variations of
yeah, I
planes.
think the Wrestler.
Anyways,
Rustler
it doesn't matter. We're talking about Smugglers Run.
It is part of Smugglers Run.
Well, the Rustler was San Andreas, so it's a different plane. So we don't need to talk about the Rustler. We've already gone long enough as is with this.
Don't they? Okay,
DLC.
fine.
But I did like the fact that they did once again, like with Lowriders, like with the bikers, and they focused on trying to appeal to a certain community within Grand Theft Auto Online. In this case, it was the pilots, those that like planes and jets. So that's one thing I liked about it. The hangars I enjoyed. The low-level access so we have in Fort Zancudo. If you have a hangar up there, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everyone wanted.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted that.
Yeah, because so many people wanted to be able to just chill in Fort Zancudo without having the military.
That sort of brought back, the laser trend, like at the very beginning. That brought that back. Because let me just say, what's the point of buying a laser now?
I mean, painting it, I guess.
Yeah, well, just to look.
I mean, I bought a laser.
All you can do is color it. It's the same point.
It was heavily discounted when I bought mine.
Yeah, well, undiscounted. It's like so much unnecessary amounts of money.
It's an absolute
scam. It is an absolute scam.
Yeah.
They don't even tell it to you they don't tell it to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, it's a scam, 100%.
Yeah.
And I think that was the worst part of the DLC for me, because I was thinking, okay, maybe since they brought it back with all these new customizable vehicles, maybe they would allow you to give more customizations to the F-16. Maybe.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they had done that.
I was wrong.
Unfortunately, they did not. Sadly, they didn't do that.
Coming off the Juggernaut, that was the Hunter. Everyone was hoping that maybe the laser would have been a great way to send it off. But if you, were keeping the trends with the leaks on Twitter and, found out the stuff that, Rockstar don't want you to know because they want you to waste your money and so they can get that precious shark card money. Mm-hmm. If you did the research and, checked on people like Yan or Foxy Snaps' Twitters, you would find out that it's just a Pegasus vehicle.
It really gets bad with like all this scam stuff because they overprice things that are a lot less than what they're worth, and people get mad because of it. And you know what? It's justified.
Yeah, but
Hi, Georgia.
I think the laser. I know people are not gonna agree with me here, but I think it's fine the way it is with its price because. If you think about it,
no.
If you
let Riley say her.
If you think about it, just think about it. It's small, for jets. It's kind of small, so it has a small body. The armor, yeah, it's not as good, but look at that turning radius. It's really good. And it has OP explosive cannons. And it has great acceleration.
Riley?
And, well, I mean, you can land it pretty easily. And the homing missiles, well, they're not the best, but they're really good, you know, for just taking care of your usual targets. So, if you think about it, I would give it that 6.5 million. Just consider this as a reward for, you know, for how good the jet is.
Well,
Riley,
let me since I haven't really had much to say in this, I've let you guys mostly talk. I'm going to be the counter to Riley on this one. I respectfully disagree because of the fact that the laser has been in the game since launch. And you have the Hydra, which is roughly $3 million. I think it would have been reasonable for them to make the laser $3 million as well. And Jason Williams, what's up, Jason Williams? Hope you're doing well. Another issue I have is, like we were just talking about a moment ago, I really wish that when they added the laser, they would have at least made a laser custom to where we could have had some customization to it. Liveries, countermeasures.
Yeah.
Okay, the weapons are perfectly fine. The weapons are perfectly fine the way they are. But it would have been nice if we would have had some sweet new liveries added to the laser along with countermeasures. So that's pretty much my counter argument regarding the price tag of the laser. I think it's right now it's 40% off, just like Chinese Gaming mentioned in the chat.
Too.
So I think that's more reasonable where the price should have been to begin with. So
I would, if I would put it low, maybe 4 million, and that's just the minimum if I had to go for price.
Well, it's silly. It's silly because people don't necessarily need to buy the laser anyways.
True, but it's a good Hydra counter.
It is a good Hydra counter, but the fact that you could simply just grab one at Fort Zancudo, especially if you have the low-level access, you only get 2 stars as opposed to 4 stars with, you know, magical missiles coming after you to stop you.
Yeah.
So technically,
but the worst part is
you don't really need the laser.
But if you want to use a laser and you don't want to drive all the way over there, because let's say you're in the docks, you get blown up, you got to drive all the way back to Fort C. Yeah. Hopefully you don't get killed, and the guys, you know, that you died by, or it's, you know, and the oppressor are following you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to hide in passive until you get over there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you know, it's just oddly situational. Okay. It's like the Bambushka. It's like
true. All right, so I think we've given the Smugglers Run enough time. I think we've put a lot of time in the Smugglers Run.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
But yeah, okay. So I think it's time to move on from Smugglers Run. Trippy Mark, what's up, Trippy Mark? One of our other awesome members, along with KILLA Scorpion. Hope you're doing well today or this evening. It's evening time in the UK, so yeah, it's 11 p.m. So hopefully we'll get this stream done. We're getting close to getting this stream done. I do appreciate everybody that's been watching the stream. If you've been enjoying it so far, 5th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online. Be sure and hit a like button. Likes definitely do help the channel. I don't always ask, but a like would be very much appreciated. And how did you? I'm in the invite lobby. How the fuck did you guys get in the invite lobby?
I'm gonna go. So
okay.
Have
what the fuck?
In a bit, Red.
See you later, Red.
Bye, Red.
Bye.
All right, whoever's in the invite lobby, fucking behave, because one of you wasn't behaving earlier. It was pissing me off, so that's why I went into an invite lobby. So I'm talking to the people in. They shouldn't be. Invite lobbies are fucking broken. They're fucking broken.
But there's another thing, GB, that is also broken.
Okay, fine. Segue time. We are segueing. You're not late. We're still talking about it. Tank Engine Jr. Okay, segue. We're going from the Gunrunning, Smugglers Run, now to probably one of the most controversial DLCs in Grand Theft Auto Online. Some people, there's some things about it people like. There's some things that people don't like about it. But since we have somebody that's very passionate about it.
All right, here we go.
We're going to sit back and let Kane take the floor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, freaks and geeks, and trolls and derps alike. I'm gonna just say this. Warning for anyone out there. This is where I'm gonna throw professional out the window, because this is
Don't
the
don't
DLC.
don't do that.
I'm sorry, but this DLC really fucking annoys me. It angers me. It is the reason why I'm still up every night, contemplating my life choices. You know, that's basically this DLC's fault.
Yeah.
And probably my fault too. All right, so everyone was like, "Rockstar, where's heists? We need more heists." And Rockstar were like, "We can't, fam.
Yeah.
It take too long." And then everyone was like, "Aw." And so let me set you a scenario, right? I just got back from school at the time. I was just waiting at the bus stop with some friends, and we were just having a bit of banter. And then I checked my phone real quick, see if there's anything going on. And Rockstar, you know, they announced they uploaded video. I'm like, "Ooh, so some news on RDR2 or something else." What I saw was something that made me act like a buffoon in public, and that was the Doomsday Heist trailer. Now, when I saw that trailer, well, I didn't see it. When I saw that they uploaded it, I flipped in public. I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" I was like, "Thank you, Rockstar, thank you." And my friends were like, "What the fuck you doing, Kane?" I was like, "Just sit back and shut up and watch this, okay?" I was acting like one of them generic fangirls. No need for the sexism. I'm just saying. I was acting really super duper, super cooper trooper hyper. I was, and so I watched the trailer and I was I was falling in love with it, and even you know other people that I know, they were falling in love with the DLC, even when it was just announced. And so later down the road, I get home from school, and you know, GB's, you know, he's doing his own thing, doing a discuss stream about the heist with some other folks, fine folks in there. And so I joined, and we all talked. We had a great old time talking our opinions on what we wanted to see in the heist DLC. I gave some good ideas, maybe like, "Hey, let's do context. You see if you still got the grooves to pay the skills and all that. I don't know. Do a quick bank heist, yada yada yada."
Okay.
And then
When I gave you the floor,
I'm sorry.
I didn't want a novel, Kane.
I'm sorry.
Get to the point.
But my point is, launch day, I was really excited when it came out, right? And so I play it, and I'm playing with some friends, and here's the thing, right? I'm a man that likes challenge. Everyone loves a bit of challenge. I mean, hell, it's the reason why I did the Criminal Mastermind challenge. And so I'm playing. This is like the first setup, right? Everything's going good. You know, we're doing good. Me and my friend playing it for the first time. Second setup, good so far. Not that bad, but you know we're doing good. Then the third one, where you're using the Akula to sneak into the new space, it was pretty good, pretty good. And obviously, the heist finale of the data breaches, I really enjoyed it. Come to Act 2. Act 2, we already know. Everyone uses that for money glitches. Let's just, you know, get that out of the way. People use that heist just for money glitches. And not even to value the story, which I really enjoyed as well. And basically, the characters introduced, in my opinion, were probably the worst characters we've seen in a long time. Agent Rackman and Avon Hertz and Clifford, they are terrible characters.
No spoilers.
Plain and simple. I'm sorry. I'm not spoiling the DLC. I'm just saying they are terrible characters in terms of their writing. And the plot twist that happens in Act 2, that, in my opinion, it should have been one character and not a load of them, you know? It shouldn't have been loads of people.
My name is Clifford. We did a...
I'm Clifford.
It should have been one. It should have been one, not two. I mean, and then the heist finale. Oh, the heist finale. Okay, this is Act 3 entire. This is basically Act 3, right? You know, we go from Act 1, which is, you know, the heist finale. You're staging an attack and all that. Well, you're stopping an attack. I don't know what you're doing, to be honest, but you're doing something. You know, involving with an attack on the IAA. Then after that, you work with the IAA, you know, to stop some Russians and all that. And then Act 3, basically World War III is inevitable. Everyone's getting, you know, paranoid more than, you know, anyone did during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Isn't that kind of a spoiler?
I ain't saying it, saying why, but that's basically the gist of it.
It does say Doomsday Heist in the title. So yeah, you're trying to stop, let's just say, okay, you're trying to stop World War III from happening. Okay, so that's pretty much,
exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, okay? Everyone loves challenge. I'm sure GB loves challenge. I'm sure Riley loves challenge. I'm sure Killer Scorpion loves his challenge. I love challenges as well. But tell me this. Riddle me this, boys and girls. how can, right? And keep in mind, this even happens on fucking normal, where you expect that shit not to even happen. How is that the AI is able to shoot at one person, and then shoot at the person again? And this, from what I know, it mostly happens on Rescue Agent 14, the Doomsday Scenario Heist finale, and the Avenger setup for Act 2. Basically, it's an auto game fucking bug, and that pisses a lot of people off, especially if you're doing a mastermind, because you're basically forced to close your application to prevent your death getting happen, and especially if it happens loads of times, that pisses me off. And another thing as well, this DLC is the most broken DLC in my personal opinion because of the weaponized shit it brought in. Yeah, we got the Deluxo, and GB.
Can I talk about the weaponized stuff real quick?
Okay, say what you need to say.
All right. Everyone did not expect the oppressor. Nobody expected that. Nobody wanted a flying bike that can shoot missiles that can track you faster than any other missile in the game. Nobody expected that. However, it was a surprise. Nobody expected the DeLorean to come in.
I mean,
Well,
the
people
DeLorean was
were
It's pretty much the
asking.
DeLorean.
Well,
No,
people.
it
And
is. Let
okay,
GB
maybe
speak for a
people.
second.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, people were
Jason.
okay. So, the Deluxo was a car back from Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and obviously people were fans of that car, and of course the series that you see that it featured in, Back to the Future. So that's one of the cars people were asking for. But
Okay.
continue.
People asked for that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, you got a flying car in GTA Online. And it's supposed to be, and it's Doomsday technology is like the shit, and everyone wants flying cars, trucks, and bikes. You know what? Whatever. But when they added the Deluxo and the ability to upgrade it to its maximum destructive capacity, oh man, I hated the game. I hated everyone who used it. I hated the people who would even mention it. Oh, I'm gonna buy the Deluxo. Don't fucking buy the Deluxo, you piece of shit, you.
Okay, don't call
Like,
anyone
what-
that.
You remind me of a certain someone
It's-
back in the day.
No.
Called me.
It's like,
Killer, calm down for a second.
It's
I
like,
agree,
okay.
The Deluxo is a terrible vehicle for griefing. I mean, it's a good vehicle if you want to relive Back to the Future era. It's a good vehicle for that. But
it's the same,
it's not
yeah.
it's not as bad as a fucking satellite that can fucking auto aim on you and
Yeah.
blow your shit up while they're protected.
Exactly.
That's way worse in my personal
That
opinion.
is 10 billion
Yeah.
times worse. And I'm glad you
Especially when people
mentioned that,
wanted money.
because
Especially when people
orbital
wanted money.
cannon is literally the most cowardice way of killing people in this entire game. I'm fine with lasers, hydras, and even pyros, or even the Smugglers Run vehicles. Kill me with a bombushka, I do not care. But if you get inside of your little lab and you get in the little war room and you activate the orbital cannon and you shoot me with it, and then you say, haha, you suck, that is literally the most pretentious thing anyone can do in a
Yeah.
video game. Are you kidding me? Thank
Yeah.
God only.
Yeah.
You're basically asking me to put on the diaper for you, basically. I mean,
And
I
you know
ain't
what?
putting no
They
diaper on.
abuse the hell out of it. People say, oh, it's not that bad. People have to pay so much money in order to use it in the first place. You can abuse it as many
Yeah.
times as you want with a glitch.
Exactly.
What the
Yeah.
It's the
Chinese.
That Rockstar will never fix.
Yeah,
quote,
Chinese
unquote.
Gaming mentioned that as well. By the way, B, what's up, B? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
And you know Rockstar, they're never gonna fix it. They're never gonna nerf like these vehicles. They're never gonna nerf the Deluxo. They're never gonna nerf the Mark II. They're never gonna nerf. They're never gonna nerf any of these vehicles. They're never gonna nerf this fucking garbage orbital cannon system. They're never gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, they would have done it already if that was the case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I mean,
you know what
the
they
thing
should
also-
do? It's literally when you're saving when you pay for the orbital cannon, like the game should save right there. Like literally the game is saving when you shoot it.
Yeah.
No, what it should do, it's save the game when you purchase the shot. Now that's what they should do, and they haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
My opinion on it is that it shouldn't even be in free mode.
I agree.
Or that
What it
too.
should be, what it should be, it should be only available in the Doomsday Scenario finale,
Yeah.
where you're destroying some trucks. That's
There we
the
go.
only time
Well,
you should use it.
I think the issue is Rockstar probably spent a little bit of time and effort building the orbital cannon for that mission, and they had to try and justify its existence. And unfortunately, they probably realized that some people may want an orbital cannon. Unfortunately, the majority of people that want an orbital cannon,
Or griefers.
yes, and that's an issue I've had with that since day one, the orbital cannon, and it's
literally like, GB, you've played Call of Duty, or you've even heard of it, right?
I've heard of this Call of Duty game you're talking about. Yes,
everyone knows Call of Duty. So it's like getting nuked to. The person using it isn't good. It's just annoying when they use it on you specifically.
Yeah.
It's not a show of skill. It's a show of how stupid you look when you say, "Oh, I'm so good." It's a real big show of that. It's like, oh, why did they add this?
yeah, true.
Yep.
Well, money. It's an unfortunate reality. Is it was another opportunity to get people to spend money in the game. Whether it's grinding money or shark card money. Let's see, Bytron. I hated the militarized vehicles. However, one weaponized vehicle. Many players wanted Rockstars giving content to both sides, grinders and griefers. Part of it. Yeah, and in the end, a lot of these, with the exception of the orbital cannon, a lot of these are tools, which can be used. Like the Deluxo can be used by good players, just like the Ruiner, just like the Oppressor. It can also be used by a lot of bad players. But the orbital cannon is strictly
for bad players.
Yeah, so I think we all have given our thoughts and opinions about the orbital cannon. Is there anything else regarding Doomsday that anyone else would like to say that has not already been said?
Well, nobody has mentioned the Stromberg yet. Well,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about the Stromberg.
Great vehicle. Okay, Riley. Riley is the Stromberg lover, so Riley, you get the floor.
Oh, go ahead, Riley.
Well, it's a great vehicle. It's literally the Deluxo counter. So, you know how everybody hates the Deluxo, and, well, everybody just complains about it, but yet I never see anybody using the Stromberg to take it out. It's like, oh, the Deluxo sucks, and people just don't use the Stromberg. It's really good. It takes 6 missiles to blow it up. It can go underwater, and you can shoot the Deluxos from underwater, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
And it's a cool-looking car, too. It looks good.
Yeah.
It's one of the few things I like.
It's kind of cheap. It comes with the guns for those who are feeling cheap.
Yeah.
It comes with the guns and the missiles.
Yeah.
So it's cheaper than the Deluxo. It counters the Deluxo. It goes underwater. And I mean, is there anything else you want in a vehicle?
Damn nice car.
Is there anything else you would like in a vehicle? Like there's nothing else.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely the Stromberg is one of the more likable vehicles that was included with the Doomsday Heist. And Killer Scorpion earlier mentioned it, and so did Chinese Gaming in chat. A popular helicopter, the Akula. Everyone's thoughts about the Akula.
It's broken right now.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
That was something that Killer Scorpion was alluding to earlier, the issue that they've yet to fix with the Akula.
Yeah, the whole missiles are broken.
Yeah.
Well, the Acula in general, I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs with it. It's very.
It's the same thing with livery and livery.
I know.
It's tomato, but you can call it whatever you want. But the Acula, the thing is with that is that you're able to go into off the radar pretty much all the time, and nobody can see you. And you know what? I think it's an all right feature. I don't think it's overpowered, generally because the Acula in general doesn't have any other countermeasures, right?
True.
Like if you think about it, it doesn't have flares and have a shaft. It has the button they use to activate those. It only has stealth mode. Well, that's its only countermeasure. If you see this thing coming from a mile away while it's off the radar, you can shoot it down, and there it goes, right?
Yeah, it's not that hard to counter in a Aqua.
Yeah.
And plus, like it's faster, it's more maneuverable than the Hunter, but its weaponry is lackluster compared to it. It still has homing missiles. The barrage missiles don't shoot as much.
It shoots 4.
It shoots 4. The Hunter shoots 8, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Or I think it's 7. I think
it's specifics. So yeah, let's move forward because we are on.
They have yet to fix it, but I don't think they really need to. It
would be nice if they did.
It's half and half.
Well, they in my opinion they should fix it, but whether or not they do remains to be seen. A couple other vehicles really quick. The Kanjali Chinese Gaming. I really do like the Kanjali. It's a very good tank. The problem is with all these other vehicles in the game, it kind of renders, unfortunately, the Kanjali obsolete. But I still think it's an awesome tank. It's definitely...
The press not brought up the jetpack yet.
Fuck the jetpack. We're not talking about the jetpack.
I mean, it's not that bad if you know how to use it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But the Kanjali...
I want to talk about...
I want to talk as well. Let me.
Okay, please go ahead.
I'm the host. I will talk.
He's the host with the most.
I hate to pull a Bill O'Reilly here, but anyways, I try not to. But anyways, Kanjali, a good tank. It just sucks that it has all these other vehicles. Now, the Avenger, I love the Avenger. Real quick, I absolutely love the Avenger. I feel like the Avenger is the gunship that Killer Scorpion and others have been that were wanting. That was not exactly fulfilled by the Bambushka. So I think the closest we're going to get to the AC-130 is, in fact, the Avenger. Even though it's based off a completely different aircraft, it's still...
the Osprey...
The Osprey gunner.
The Osprey didn't really have... I mean, did it have a gun? I think it had a gun.
Yeah, it did.
In real life.
It might.
It had one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it had one, I think. The Osprey in this game, the Avenger has like 3 of them. And it's really good.
Buy them.
And it has armor and autopilot, and you can switch between being as a plane, which is a pretty decent speed plane, and being a Vito.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah. It's pretty fast for its size.
And I like it better than the MOC. I think it's better than the MOC.
It's 10 times better than the MOC.
Yeah.
And another vehicle, what's it called? The Baltol?
No, the Flying Dorito. Let's not go with the flying. We've already spent enough time on Doomsday. The Flying Dorito sucks.
Let's go.
I just want to say I like how they brought back the Avro Vulcan, because the Vulcan, like, historically has been nice. The UK's version of the B-52, it's nice. I just think it could have been better. The trailer showed it dropping multiple bombs at once, but the real game, you can't do that.
I mean, it does drop a lot of bombs, but it's only...
It has 100 bombs, which is really nice.
Yeah.
However, like in the trailer, it had like a whole trail of bombs that you can just drop off, like a traditional bomber did.
Yeah.
But when release came out, no.
Yeah, it sucked.
Well, the Volatile. Okay, this is supposed to be a hypersonic jet bomber. It should go a lot faster. That's all I'm going to say about it. If it went a little bit faster than it does, I would be probably okay with it. And it's very big, just like with the Bambushka. If you have it, it takes up a huge amount of space in your hangar. So, and it doesn't really even make sense because you see it trying to go into the hangar, and you're wondering, well, how the hell does that fit in the hangar? Well, just like with the Bambushka, I suppose, right? But yeah, I mean, the jetpack, I'll say the jetpack real quick, because that was something people wanted in the game for a long time. Rockstar teased it. It was something people remember from San Andreas. Overall, I feel like the jetpack probably is what it is. It's a disappointment, but I think that in an interesting way, it's probably more along the lines of what a real jetpack is like. But and it also had the misfortune of being like put in there with a lot of other more interesting vehicles. So
yeah.
But yeah, Erica, you're right. It's another example of careful what you ask for, because everyone wanted the damn jetpack, and of course, once again, we get what we wanted.
Yeah, but you know, people just keep adding those homing missiles to everything.
Yeah. But my final thoughts about because I didn't really say anything about my thoughts regarding the Doomsday Heist besides the orbital cannon, is I like the new money making feature of the heists themselves, because it's a new way to make money.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the orbital cannon, a few OP vehicles added. Unfortunately, it does leave a bad taste in my mouth, especially with how badly the Deluxo was used by griefers, and I love the Deluxo.
I hate the Deluxo.
I know. But especially the orbital cannon. Like, the orbital cannon should have never been added to Grand Theft Auto Online. I think Rockstar knows that. I don't think they cared. And unfortunately, we're stuck with it, for better or worse.
They should have removed it by now if they really cared.
Yeah, they're not going to. But anyway, so that was basically the content for 2017, with the exception of, I know we didn't talk about Cunning Stunts. It wasn't really that good, the special vehicle circuit, to be honest.
It was the worst one in my opinion.
It was early on. It was okay, but it could have been way better. But for the most part, very militarized themed year 2017 was. Yeah. So, yeah, it was very militarized. And one thing I like is Rockstar rotating things, making like, okay, this update is predominantly this theme. This update is that theme. You know, not doing the same thing over and over and over again, back to back. And that's what I think really turned a lot of people off regarding the 2017 updates. Even though a lot of content was added, a lot of money-making opportunities, still, it just felt the same. You might as well have just called it a part 1 and part 2 and a part 3. So let's move forward to 2018. There's really not much to talk about 2018, but we'll talk about it anyways to wrap up the stream.
The Super San Andreas Super Sport Ultra Mega Series.
It was crap, so I think we can move forward from
Crap
that.
DLC.
It had the worst name, longest name, most pathetic name, and
it fucked with the vehicles.
Yeah, the vehicles for the most part were not very good. I mean, there was probably 2 vehicles I liked, the Ellie and the Dominator. The new Dominator.
GTX.
The GTX. But they, like, performance-wise, they both could have been better. And all the vehicles, all the supercars are way too expensive. They don't perform as well. And for the most part, very underwhelming DLC.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about, well,
Hey,
next.
Okay, is anyone else have anything else to say, or can we move on to After Hours?
Let's just get to After Hours. Just go.
Yeah, let's get to After
Okay,
Hours.
After Hours. So
The worst DLC ever, in my opinion.
it's not the. I wouldn't consider it to be the worst.
It was.
But it's definitely a. I definitely.
Underwhelming.
I like the fact that.
disappointing.
Okay, I like the fact that Rockstar decided to go in a different direction than what we had the prior year. They decided to focus on the nightclubs because to Rockstar's credit, over the past officially as of today, 5 years now, they've added a lot of content to the game, a lot of DLCs. They've, like we mentioned, Lowriders, bikers, like aircraft, etc. But for the most part, I would say After Hours was lukewarm at best. It could have been way better. It could have been way worse. The nightclubs are okay, but they kind of lose their appeal after a very short amount of time. The hub system as another passive form of income is okay. It's another way to make money. Some of the drip-fed content was interesting. Some of it was not, like the Oppressor Mark II, one of the newest features of the...
man, I got something
I'm going to talk about that.
A new OP tryhardy weapon. It's good for basic people to use.
No, it's not good for anybody.
Erica, I do agree. It was cool that they brought back Tony Prince. That was awesome. I wish they would have brought Luis back as well, but alas, we got a photo.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for Luis.
We got a photo and some mentions of Luis. That was about it.
Yeah,
sadly. But overall, my thoughts before I pass the. Guys, try not to go too long on this one. Let's try and wrap this up because we're going on nearly 3 hours. After Hours overall was okay. It could have been better. But, overall was meh.
Exactly. That's the problem with it.
Yeah. It was
meh.
I mean, my opinion.
So much hype for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, my opinion. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a nice, change from all the militarized stuff, even though not really. Nightclubs were nice. You bought them. You got to talk to Tony Prince. It was nice. It was funny. I got a good laugh out of it.
Yeah.
And I still do. Like doing the missions, like trying to get the DJs for it. I thought it was nice. That it was. The story progresses in a way that you'll find funny. And I like it that way. Yeah. And moving on to like vehicles. I mean, hold on. Let's go on the price. Price, in my opinion, again, it is to be expected at this point since Rockstar has jacked up the price like so much. Like we're like, it's fine, just jack it up. We'll buy it. But
there's no saving us.
Like the prices are a bit high, and in terms of customizing your nightclub, it's gonna take a lot out of your real wallet, let alone your virtual one. Yeah. So about that, the vehicles. I like the Patriot Stretch, even though I don't have the opportunity right now to customize it because of the glitch that's happening with my system. Huh. But I like that. It's a nice little limo thing. I wish I had more opportunity to ride it around Los Santos, but glitches. Anyway, aircraft. Oh, hold on. Well, how about the scramjet? The scramjet is a better version of the rocket Voltic. It can jump as well as the
weapons. It's a fun little car. It's a fun little car that they added. It was all right.
It can jump. It can rocket. It's really fun, and I like how Pyro Gaming used it in his video. But yeah, it's nice.
Yep.
It's a little nice.
The missile shoots slower than the Deluxo. Yeah. It's a slower fire rate.
Yeah.
That's probably a good thing. We don't want that to be used as I mean, as a counter to the Luxo, I guess it is a bad thing.
Yeah, the DeLorean is the worst thing ever added to this game. Well, some of the worst thing.
And aircraft, we have my favorite plane.
B-11 Strike Force.
I just figured out, by the way, the B-11 is pretty much just one up letter, one up number than the A-10.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the A-10 in this game, it's a little disappointing to find out that the gun does not do as much damage as what we expected.
Yeah. Could have been better.
Like because we recognize the balancing problems with these planes and having like explosive bullets, and we try to like in discuss videos like this, we try to say that let's just take this out and put this in, or like take this out and put this in right here and then take out another thing.
Okay.
And that's what we try to talk about. But thus far we've talked about it over and over again. I don't think they're going to change it with the B-11 Strike Force.
Might as well not even.
No, they won't.
It's pointless to bring it up because it's just there's like a long list of things that they should fix that I seriously doubt they'll ever fix. Nonstop Gamer, what's up? Nonstop Gamer, how you doing? Okay, so anyone else have any thoughts regarding After Hours?
Yes.
I do.
Wait, hold on. One more thing.
Okay,
we can all talk about this one. We can all talk about this actually.
Okay.
The Mark II.
Woo!
Okay, we'll talk about it last. Let's save that for last.
Oh, okay.
Other than the Mark II oppressor, let's finish this up because it's going on nearly 3 hours.
Come on. We need to let the people speak.
Well,
okay, so you want to go first?
Just go.
I might as well. I mean, I haven't got really that much to say, so I might as well.
Okay.
So I'll go. So, After Hours, in my personal opinion, right, it is the definition of, in my opinion, an apology for the disaster that was Doomsday and the last DLC.
I wouldn't assume that.
To me,
I would not assume.
I personally think it is, because Doomsday was a disaster. The last DLC was small and boring, and this DLC, basically, we got our boy Tony back, and most people thought, hey, it's gonna be Tony, or hey, it's gonna be both Tony and Luis. We got Laszlo and a brand new character, Dave. We got the DJs. I mean, I was hoping there'd be more DJs, but hey, 4 is like the magic number. It's to some people.
Yeah.
And I like some of their music. My personal favorite being Dixon. And
Dicky boy.
I gotta say, some of the missions for Gillette and the DJs are really fun. Like for them, like Black Madonna, you get in a cargo bob to rescue her, or if Telebuzz, you gotta go and steal a car, and a Stafford. I find that really fun. It feels like mini heists to me, but except you're collecting people as your reward. And even with the the missions you're doing to make your supply runs for your nightclub, I find them pretty fun, especially because there's returning characters from previous Grand Theft Auto games, like Poppy Mitchell, Jimmy Boston.
Yeah. Well,
Miranda.
It does appeal to a certain community within the Grand Theft Auto base. So, I mean, to that, it's good because there are people out there that wanted some sort of nightclub action. And for them, they absolutely love this. So it definitely does appeal to them.
Mm. And plus, nightclubs, they were missing. We really wanted nightclubs because every single GTA game had a nightclub.
Okay.
Yeah, like before then we had the strip club, and that was like the closest thing we ever got to like a nightclub, back then.
Yeah. I just wish we could have had more, like someone mentioned in chat, I wish there was more than 3 interiors. And I also wish we would have had the ability to, I mean, I get why we can't name the nightclubs. I get it. It goes against the system they built for the
The
nightclubs.
dialogue.
But at the same time, I still, at the very least, wish you would have had like 6 different interiors instead of just 3. But small issue. Minor issue.
Hey guys, you want to go to Gafangus?
Yeah.
The fungus.
But, yeah.
Yeah, there's one thing I want to say. Okay, first off, the launch. It was extremely disappointing. Literally, like, nothing changed. This was like, what, 2 cars? The free custom vehicles for the 2 cars, the free vehicles, for the cell missions. Oh, right. And what else? The nightclub and the business battles. Oh, and the Patriot Stretch and the festival bus, but nobody cares about those.
Yeah, the festival bus sucks.
And yeah, that was it. Literally, the only interesting thing to do was just the cell missions and the business battles. That was it, and it was like that for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the event weeks suck. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they were.
Hunting pack. Yeah, and the adversary modes were
it introduced the remix adversary modes, which are they're only fun if you actually have people to play with.
Yeah, and those are as well.
It's hard to find enough randos, especially after the first few days, even double money.
Yeah,
So,
after the first week, you won't find anyone.
No, even if it is still double money for 2 weeks, people just don't want to play them.
Yeah. As for the let's see, for the Drift Fed, I mean, it's Gunrunning Part 4.
Yeah.
Because it's the B11. I mean, it's an alright aircraft, but it's not what it's supposed to be. It's a better dogfighter than it's an
KILLA
ground vehicle.
already went over that, so
yep.
No need to retread over stuff that's already been brought up.
Yeah. Scramjet's good, I guess. What else did they release?
The blimp.
Oh yeah, the Manister. The Manister sucks.
Yeah, it was okay. It's just nothing special.
Exactly. And well, but we're about to deal with that now.
Okay, Oppressor Mark II. I think for the most part, the general consensus is, despite the fact that it is handy for an average player to get from point A to point B, for the most part, it's definitely become the favorite of the griefers and the tryhards. I think most of us can agree regarding the broomstick.
Yep.
All right, boys. Sit down and prepare yourself for a little... Okay, it's not going to be a rant.
No, we're running out of time, guys, so...
Let me grab my popcorn.
Okay, no more popcorn. We've gone on for nearly 3 hours. I'm sorry, but real quick...
All I'm going to say...
Okay, just be quick.
...is that the Oppressor is the combination between the regular Oppressor... Oh, sorry, the Mark II is a combination between the regular Oppressor...
And the
Deluxe.
Okay. What happened? I think... Yeah. What happened?
So Scorpion.
Hello.
Internet issues?
He died.
All right.
Hey, he's still in the call.
I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just saying that we've been doing this for like 3 hours. I didn't know you'd go on this long. And I'm glad you guys are still here enjoying the discussion over the past 5 years of Grand Theft Auto Online. But I did want to wrap it up with a more positive thought instead of talking about the Oppressor Mark II. And I don't know what happened to Killer Scorpion.
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I get disconnected.
Okay.
But
all right. So
I was saying earlier,
I didn't want to end the stream on the Oppressor mode. That's my point. I had a different thing in my opinion to end it on.
Oh.
So that's why I'm trying to get us out of let's just finish.
Okay.
Just
okay.
Go.
Well, I think the Oppressor is just a combination between the Deluxo and the regular Oppressor.
And Cancer.
Because it can fly. Oh, yeah, and Cancer. Don't forget that.
Don't
but it's pretty much the combination between those three. It's like the worst thing for like a tryhard thing. The only good thing about it is that one of the things that you can buy is useless, so the people who want to grief and tryhard can waste some money. And that is the high power rifle that you get in front of it, I think. But
what, the explosive MGs?
you know that thing you shoot once and it explodes like a railgun?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess nobody remembers that. But it's overpowered in my opinion. It's like the best way to take out an aircraft, especially the B-11, if you want to do traditional ground runs, like I tried doing that, and then people were in their Mark IIs or whatever. Everyone has one, dude. It's like everyone just flies around in their broomsticks and like, oh, let's find some aircraft or some people to destroy.
Well,
and it's like,
once
oh,
again,
geez,
it's
man.
a tool, and yeah, unfortunately, there are definitely people out there that abuse it. A lot of people, but they're like I said, people do generally use it to make it easier to get around the map. So there are people like that as well.
Yeah, especially with that speed glitch. Ugh.
No, damn it, I wanted that. Okay, so I think we can all agree about the oppressor, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst thing ever added to this. Well,
it's on the list. It's not the worst thing.
It's on the top 2.
Top 5. Let's just be fair.
It's in the top 5. Number 1 for me personally is the orbital cannon.
Okay, we've already talked about the orbital cannon.
I know. But I'm just saying that's my personal.
I just love how we're all talking about GT Online. We all mentioned the negative thing.
Okay, that's where I want to shift the ending to positivity.
Nothing.
There's plenty.
Positive?
Don't let him speak. Let him
Okay.
speak.
I know.
All
I'm
right.
just trying to fuck
So,
around.
yeah. Okay. So, anyways, there is positivity concerning Grand Theft Auto Online. The fact that over the 5 years that I've been playing this game since day one launch, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Good days, bad days, days I've been grieved, days when the game didn't work properly. Some content I disagree with Rockstar releasing. The price tags sometimes, but overall, I do appreciate the fact that Rockstar, for the most part, made the DLCs quote-unquote free. Especially today, where you can theoretically grind enough and make plenty of money in this game to buy whatever you really want. As long as you put the time into it, you never have to spend a shark card. And I do like that. And I like unfortunately, microtransactions is an evil. It sucks that we have to deal with it in online gaming. But compared to loot crates, I'd rather have shark cards any day. Because loot crates is...
Yeah, most certainly.
I
can go on for days about loot crates in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so over the past 5 years, we have gotten way more enjoyment, way more content out of Grand Theft Auto Online than I ever thought we would when I first attempted to play this game 5 years ago today. And that says something. And communities have been built, including our community. The core of this community is Grand Theft Auto Online. I mean, that's true. I mean, we have definitely Red Dead Redemption fans coming in. We have Mafia fans here. But at the core, the reason why the GeauxBurns Nation is as big as it is, and the reason why, I'm still doing what I'm doing is because of my love for Grand Theft Auto. I've been a fan since I was a teenager with the original top-down on the original PlayStation, which better be on the classic. Probably won't be, but anyways.
Well, win some, you lose some.
I lose most of them, but anyways. For the most part, before we wrap up, a positive thought. Because we've focused a lot of negativity here. I want to end this on something positive. Thanks for blowing up my saber, you asshole. See, Tank, fuck you, Tank. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, Tank.
Positive.
Who did that?
Remember,
you see what happened?
And he did it in Oppressor Mark II.
I'm telling you guys. See what happened?
Positive.
You know what? I was thinking about that too.
Somebody
was going to blow him up.
Hurry.
They're evil beings.
All right, focus
Let
on...
him speak. Let him speak, people.
All right, I'm going to give you guys each the floor real quickly because we are at just nearly 3 hours. I'd like to wrap up the stream, please. I've already streamed earlier, and I'd like to go get some dinner. So something positive each of you can take from Grand Theft Auto Online from the past 5 years or 5 months that you've gotten from this game. Okay, go.
I'm gonna say this. Out of all online games I've played many. From like Payday 2, Call of Duty Zombies, to all sorts of other games in that. And the thing is, out of all them games, and including this one, I did not think the second I first played this game in 2013, I did not think that I would still be playing this game to this day. And I thought I'd be playing the other games like Call of Duty Zombies or Dead by Daylight, Payday 2, The Walking Dead, and I can go on and on and on about many games I have played before. I didn't know that I would stay. But this
my goodness.
I'm surprised. surprised I'm still on here to this day. And mostly I gotta thank Heist and hell, even GB as well. Because, if I didn't, was bumbling around on YouTube one day and, to coincidentally find one of his videos, you wouldn't be hearing this sexy British voice on the stream.
Oh, joy. I should have deleted my channel a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, what an ass.
I had to.
What an ass.
I had to. Okay, I had to. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's see. Killer Scorpion. What would you like to say? Positive.
Okay, no.
Oh, by the way,
no.
look at this.
Okay.
Look at this. A Patriot. I found a Patriot without having to buy one. Wow, it's amazing.
Woohoo.
Wow. Patriots. Oh, this is a regular Patriot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Killer, the floor is yours.
But all right, so since YouTube is a big part of my life, since I was watching it for pretty much my whole days, like back then, I still do, obviously, but GTA was like the thing. Everyone was making videos on it. However, my favorite YouTubers were making really funny videos on it. I'm glad to have GTA on, because YouTubers will still continue to make really good videos, really good content on it. And that's how I got to getting back into working on my YouTube channel. Because before then, I was just working on Nintendo games, and I didn't have any sort of PlayStation or Xbox. So that was all I had to work on. Years later, I have a PlayStation, and like my first video was a GTA 5 online next-gen video. And that's how I got up to where I was now, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
In terms of me playing the game over and over again, friends definitely make the game better. However, there's this everything in the game can just make an experience for you.
Yeah.
And for as long as this franchise has kept going, it's amazing how it's still going and how it's still entertaining people to this day. And that's all I gotta say about it.
I couldn't agree more. And Chinese gaming, yeah, I mean, I was turned on to Vanoss and Delirious and Louis when Louis used to make videos a long time ago because of their Grand Theft Auto videos, and they were freaking hilarious. So yeah, a lot of good content has actually been made from this. A lot of the weird, cool looking docu-series that have been made, like Sonny Evans and a few others as well. So a lot of good stuff has been made, and then you have content that was made for my channel based off Grand Theft Auto. So Riley, is Riley still here, or did she get what the hell's happening? I think Janine,
she got cock blocked from her grandmother.
G Factor interfered.
All right.
Yeah, UG Outlaw, you're 3 hours late, and unfortunately, UG Outlaw, we are winding this thing down. Okay, so real quick, Kane, what are you up to on your channel?
All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, if you were on GB's Discord server today, I think you might have been seeing a few interesting pictures I posted in the gaming hall, teasing my next LP. And basically, I'll be doing The Wolf Among Us in late October in
Cool.
honor of Telltale Games. And my reason for doing it is, one, because I was really interested in playing it. Because, I mean, it's basically, the best way to describe it is basically LA Noire and fairy tales put together.
Yeah, well, most people know about the Wolf Among Us, but I don't know. I think you should start it sooner because Red Dead Redemption 2,
That'd be a way to build up to it.
Just saying. But anyway, so that's what Kane has planned. Wolf Among Us. And Killer Scorpion, what are you working on over on your channel?
So it was mentioned before. I think it was one of your streams that I commented on it. One of your recent streams, but I'm working on the Kingdom Hearts series.
Cool.
I'm currently almost done with Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, the first game, and man, I'm really enjoying the series. So you want to go check it out? It's like a whole playlist right now. I only have 4 videos. I have 5 now because I was editing my struggles with the time trials and the Hercules.
Okay, I'm here. Did I miss something?
That was terrible. Terrible experience. But if you want to go check out all of those, they're on a playlist on my channel.
And Killer Scorpion always posts his videos like Peanut and everyone else does down in the self-promotion tab of the Discord. And Riley, what are you doing on your channel since you've just returned at the end?
Oh, well, I gotta work on the hunter video, which I'm still need somebody to help me with the weapons.
I can do the gun.
I'm sure you'll find some help.
Like, well, can you do it later tonight?
Yeah. Oh, which console are you doing on?
PS4.
PS4.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, yes. Okay, good. Well, if we manage to do it tonight, well, I'll get a hunter video ready for what day to this Monday? Like Wednesday, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'll get that video ready for Wednesday, and, you know, same thing, just PvP with the Pyro and other vehicles like the Savage and stuff. And, yeah, just PvP and aircraft reviews on my channel.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. Okay, so there we go. Anyone else in chat, or is it just you three?
There's Paradise Gamer.
Paradise Gamer, did you want to say something?
No, not really.
Okay.
You can check out my channel if you really want to.
God damn it!
What happened?
Tank Engine Jr., why don't you fuck off? I just wanted to steal the fucking laser.
That's Tank for you.
Fuck you! God damn it!
Oh, I just saw it. I'm like 10 seconds behind.
I swear to God. Just pisses me off, you know?
Tank Engine Jr. will blow up your face.
The nicest Canadian you'll ever meet.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, Paradise, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, if I'm planning on uploading videos soon, probably either Grand Theft Auto or...
Cool.
Yeah, just gaming in general.
Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. And once you do, feel free and post it over in the self-promotion tab of the Discord.
Oh, Discord?
Right. Yeah, Discord. Thank you. Anyways, it was fun. I will see you for later. I hope you are able to get your video done, Riley. And Kane, I do advise you start your Wolf Among Us stream soon.
Don't worry. It'll be just before Red Dead. It's like a build-up.
Okay.
Dramatic build-up.
All right. Well, I'll see you 3 later.
Anyway.
Or 4 later.
Thanks
So
for
I
having
can't
us on,
count.
GB.
You're welcome. Thanks for being here.
In a bit.
Bye-bye. Okay, so anyway, sorry, we got to wrap up. It's been over 3 freaking hours. Obviously I'm getting a little salty. And when somebody, you know, steals your laser and causes shenanigans, you know, it only makes things worse. I just don't get some people. I really don't. Especially when you're trying to, you know, do a discuss video and some people are being, you're letting them play with you and they're being jerk-offs. I don't know. It's just people, right? Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for being part of the 5th anniversary of Grand Theft Auto Online. That's right. 5 years ago, this game came out on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. And I've enjoyed the past 5 years. I've enjoyed meeting most of you. Some of you have occasionally been a thorn in my side. And I tolerate some of you, but most of you I like. So I really do appreciate you all being here, being part of the GeauxBurns Nation. And we're going to continue to cover Grand Theft Auto Online. It's not over yet. Rockstar even says that they're going to continue updating this game. So I will continue covering Grand Theft Auto Online. We'll continue streaming Grand Theft Auto Online. There should be a new event week tomorrow starting. We'll go over a video of that. We'll probably even, if they add the new adversary mode tomorrow, which I think is going to be Sumo Remix, we'll probably stream tomorrow afternoon as well because I got to get the Sumo Remixes out of the way. So I want to do a PS4, PC, and Xbox One stream of those this week. And then starting this weekend, we'll do Mafia 3 because it's the 2-year anniversary of Mafia 3 this weekend. So anyways, thank you so much to everybody that was here today. Chinese Gaming, Riley for being a mod. See along with Paradise Gamer, Ishmael. See Snake, Biketron. Thank you so much for being here. Erica. Tank. You're getting on a naughty list, Tank. Shouldn't do that. Sometimes you got to learn not to push shit to the limit because I push back. I'm a nice guy, but I'm very reactionary. Very reactionary. Especially when I'm trying to be fucking serious, you know? Anyways. Kane, thanks for being here. Nonstop Gamer, thanks for being here as well. And it was awesome to have you guys here. Thank you for enduring the past 3 hours of this thing. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. The conversation, the salts, the silliness, everything in between. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being part of the GeauxBurns Nation. All my awesome viewers, subscribers, fans, members, thank you so much to our members, along with our Super Chat heroes for October, including, let's see, yes, Chinese Gaming. Thank you so much, Chinese Gaming, for the 5 quid super chat, I will add you to the wall for the next stream. So you'll be added as well. And by the way, you don't have to be a super chat hero. You do not have to be a member to be part of the GeauxBurns Nation. All you got to do is subscribe, especially if you're into Grand Theft Auto Online and you're interested in Red Dead Redemption 2. Obviously, I'm covering Red Dead Redemption 2. We did a live stream trailer breakdown earlier of the second gameplay video. Last time I checked, over 2,000 views on there so far. Very awesome. I very much appreciate that, by the way. Means a great deal to me. So yeah, we're going to continue covering Red Dead Redemption 2, and we're going to stream Red Dead Redemption 2 along with Red Dead Online, but we're going to continue to stream Grand Theft Auto Online as well. And like I said, coming up this weekend, we're going to stream Mafia 3 to mark the 2-year anniversary of Mafia 3. We'll do that start to finish. And then after Mafia 3, we stream Red Dead Redemption, and that should lead us up to Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you want to be part of the channel, if some of those games or all those games I mentioned are up your alley, you've come to the right place. Hit the subscribe button. Join the GeauxBurns Nation. You can also ding the bell to be notified about future content and live streams. You can also be notified via Twitter and Facebook. We also have an Instagram. We have a vlogs channel. If you guys are into vlogs, be sure and check out my vlogs channel. I do post a new vlog every 2 or 3 weeks. And our awesome, growing, thriving Discord community. All the links to the GeauxBurns Nation below in the description section. You guys have my lines down to a T. Yes, you do. As always, have a fantastic week. Hopefully October will go great for all of us, especially since it's fall, Halloween, Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Right. As always, from the bottom of my heart, from me to each and every one of you, except for Tank. He knows why. As always, thanks for watching.